race of the National Rock Racing Association 2023 season. Today we have a long day planned ahead of us. We have all classes racing today on course number 1, so we're super excited to be out here. Again, that's a great drone shot there of that race line starting gate. It's going to be a really, really good day.
Yeah, we have not just today being a really full day of racing, but the next 2 days after this as well.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to keep talking like usual, but you let us know what the sound and everything is doing on your end.
What's up, Rock Life Off-Road?
Clay making his way down into the foothills of the Mickey Thompson mountainside.
Definitely making quick work of that uphill and downhill section. We have several uphill, several downhill on this after the short course section.
All right, Kristen said we've got sound back now. Awesome. Well, Clay is on, I believe, his final downhill section now of the Mickey Thompson mountainside.
That final descent. Aired it out through the finish line. There we go. See a nice little creek. 85.911. 85.911 for Clay Kaysen. Again, there's our drone operators coming in.
Tiffany, Jack might be looking a little different this weekend.
Yeah.
You might notice.
We have some surprises this weekend. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, Tiff says I'm excited to see how Jack Porter does this
Yes,
weekend.
I bet you are.
And we know why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why Jack is sending in
Yes.
his stunt double.
Yeah. Thanks, Jack.
We've got Casey Howell pulling up to the line now. Clay Kaysen just laid down at 85.911. He was our very first driver of the day. Thank you guys for joining us here on Hillside Live. We have just begun our 3 days of racing here at MidAmerica for our finals. This is the RCV Axle UTV Cup class. Casey Howell is sitting 4th in points coming into this weekend with 635 points. Clay Kaysen, who we just saw run, is 1st in points with 856.
Again, you can see how big some of those ledges are on the top of those hills. Again, coming up and then turning and coming right back down into it. You see how gnarly some of that stuff really is.
I'm just going to be really impressed if nobody gets lost
I told Bill, I was like, when I come up there, just point which way to go down.
Yeah. Bill needs, like, the little flags.
He does.
Like, when you're guiding a plane into a landing or something.
He really does.
Road crossing. Yeah, I hope everybody did their homework and studied the course maps. If we have a second later during the race, we'll throw that up on the screen for you guys to see it for yourself.
Again, try to check up there a little bit before I come down blazing into that
He's coming
valley
into the
down there.
foothills.
Yeah.
The foothills of the Mickey Thompson Mountain. And that's a 92.710 for Casey Howell, our second racer of the day in the RRTV Axle UTV Cup class. This is Hill 1. We will have four classes, for our Cup classes this weekend. We're trying to do four for all of our classes. So with 6 classes times 4 hills, it's twice what we normally do. You can imagine we're going to have a long and busy 3 days of racing.
Here's our course layout for the UTV Cup. The UTV Cup is what we're doing right now. Again, that's you can see how many ups and downs they're doing and how many options there are. When we talk about why people get confused, this is how they can get confused because you're doing all this at race pace.
We have 8 hill options, and then you got your ABCs down there along the bottom too.
So again, you have when you guys see why people get lost on some of these courses, you think, oh, that's silly. I wouldn't get lost. I promise you, when you're pushing that hard, that fast, trying to push that rig to that winning pack, you can really, really see how it's very easy to get lost.
It's easy to blow right by your turn.
Yeah.
We have seen that out here before. Hopefully we won't be seeing much, if any, of that this weekend. We've got Cody Kaysen out on the course right now. Cody is 5th in points overall for the season coming into this weekend.
Looks like he's 24 points behind Casey Howe. So, again, trying to stay in that number 1 spot. And if he could bump up for the weekend. Again, trying to cut that corner there a little bit and got hung up. Again, you can see that number 6 there on the tree, which does come in handy when you're up there trying to figure out exactly which way to go.
With 200 points on the line for the weekend, it's going to be really interesting to see how things actually shake out and who's going to be taking home those trophies on Saturday night at our awards banquet.
What's up, Billy? Is this double points race? Kind of. It kind of is.
It's not double points. It's just double the race courses. We're racing 4 times instead of 2 like a normal race weekend. So it's still 50 points for each course, but we're doing twice as many courses.
That's a 94.777 for Cody Kaysen. So, it's not double points, but yet you're getting twice as many points. So it kind of is kind of like double points, but you're also doing twice the amount of work, too, to get those points. So, like Bree said, there is 200 points optional this weekend, which, depending on the guys that are in that top 3, top 5, that really could make a big difference. Or if you're in the top, trying to shoot up for the top 10, that could make a big difference for the season.
Things can change quickly. And you know what? Look, here's somebody that we haven't seen out here with us for a while. We've got Cash Lecroy out on the course. Cash Money has done a whole lot of racing out here at MidAmerica this year, but we haven't seen him here in the NRRA in quite a while. So glad to have Cash back out here with us. Glad that he's sticking to the 4-wheeled vehicles instead of the 1-wheeled vehicles. Matt knows all about that.
Yeah.
Put a roll cage around you guys.
Yeah, and then we're fine. Yeah, we're fine with a big roll cage.
And more than 1 wheel.
Yes, it's true. It's only funny because it's true. Again, taking his time coming down, keeping a nice clean run going there.
Cash is certainly no stranger to racing in the UTV class. And lots of different classes of racing, but I don't know how many seasons he raced with us.
A few seasons.
Yeah.
Again, been trying his hand lately at the short course racing.
It's so strange now because Cash is like a full-blown teenager.
It is.
And I've known him since he was a kid, little kid. Every time I see him, he's like I don't know, almost a man.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. All right, let's see what that time was.
Great shot of all the buggies there. Kind of the course, the layout of that short course area, and then there's all the hills. Got Madison King sitting in line over there.
Taylor. Clyde's radio's not working to us. All right, that was an 86.095 for Cash LeCroy. Second place time. Clay Kaysen in the lead right now with an 85, and Madison King out on the course now.
Again, Madison, someone who's definitely going to try to chop that fastest time down.
I got to watch Madison race at AOP in Tennessee last weekend in their UTV class, and she got third place.
There you go.
Very well done.
Speaking of placing at AOP last weekend, you had a pretty furious run.
Oh man, that was some old school rough
it looked
rock bouncing.
It looked very violent. One of only 4 drivers to complete the course. Pretty impressive.
And it was definitely some fun times. You guys can go back and watch some of those videos posted if you want to know what we're talking about. I took the Avenger out for an old school beatdown.
Bree's trying to represent that girl power out there on the course.
Somehow it all held together and we made it. I don't know how.
It did. And you were fighting fierce competitors too. So it definitely feels good to be one of the only 4 people to complete the course.
It was fun for sure. Speaking of representing with girl power, Madison has been our only female seasoned driver in our UTV Cup class. And she's always done an excellent job out here representing for the ladies of the sport. She also races in our Bounty class.
And definitely has no hesitation to get out there and hammer down.
Absolutely none at all. She is some fierce competition for the guys out here. She's been on the podium multiple times this season. She gets that pink buggy going where it needs to be. And she looks great doing it. She's like rock racing Barbie.
She does. That pink buggy sticks out so much. She's
making her way back down to the bottom of the Mickey Thompson Mountain. I believe this is her last downhill. On to the finish line now.
That was a 118.956 for Madison King.
We've got something a little different on the starting line. Matt, what do you see over there?
Well, it's not your average side-by-side. I like that Justin is sitting next to it,
This is Dustin Havens running for Dan Carter.
Well, I was just messaging Dan to see if he'll be here at all this weekend. Again, Dan's one of our seasoned drivers who always puts on a heck of a show, races multiple classes with multiple side-by-sides for part of that Rock Life off-road racing crew. So he's definitely always out there to get down and bash around a little bit. Like I said, I've seen him race 3 classes with 3 different vehicles before. So
oh yeah, regularly.
Super awesome to watch Dan. Again, Dan is just a heck of a great guy. So hopefully we'll look to see him later this weekend.
We definitely miss having him and Jody out here with us right now. It looks like Dustin decided to stay on the level ground today.
Yes.
And not hit those hills in the family hauler.
Probably a good decision.
But he got a few points for Dan. That means we've got Brandon Davis on the line now, currently sitting second in points for the season. He is about, 126 points behind Clay. So Clay's got a pretty good lead coming into this weekend.
Again, that's a great lead coming in. A little cushy. Just stick with it, be consistent all weekend.
Clay said his goal for the season had been to not even have to race finals.
Which I have seen drivers come into finals.
Close, yeah.
I've seen people.
We've seen it happen.
I have seen people come into finals, not even have to race and still hold on to whatever position they're at, whether it be first or second or third. But I've seen guys come in and they be, so far ahead of the person next to them. Where
Brandon wasn't just gonna lay down and let that happen.
No. And again, he had a DNF last weekend, so again, definitely changed some things up there.
He had a couple of kind of awkward rollovers at Bikini Bottoms that we not used to seeing from Brandon, but that just goes to show that anything can happen when you're out there. One wrong bounce or terrain changes quickly.
Oh, Again, he's on that hill. That's kind of right the breaking point of that hill. About halfway up, there's a little bit of a line, and then right that last foot is a little kind of steep there. So Billy McGrath said Brandon likes second. Yeah, he's pretty proud of that second place. Although
I don't think he would complain if he got up on the first place podium, but he definitely does hold down that second spot consistently.
Yes.
It's kind of weird how long that's been going on.
Yeah,
actually.
it really is.
Tiffany, we don't know where Dan is exactly.
Can we appreciate Dan and all he does?
Dan's been fighting a lot of issues and broken buggies and things this season.
Yeah.
I think their tow rig had some problems too at one of the races, so we definitely miss having them here with us.
Yeah, keeping a race team together with one vehicle is hard enough. Imagine doing 3.
128.619 for Brandon Davis. If you guys are just joining us, welcome to Hillside Live. We are about halfway through round 1 for the RC Action UTV Cup class. Alston Tidwell just took off the line. The fastest time right now is Clay Kaysen, 85.9, followed by Cash LeCroy with an 86, and then Casey Howell with a 92. We have 6 classes racing today, so if you're just joining us, you haven't missed much. I hope you can stick around and catch the rest of the action today.
Yeah, that's such a gnarly area right there. You can see him where he's kind of halfway. It's just such a gnarly area right there.
As always, remember, objects on camera are steeper than they appear.
It's true. I had a wedding last weekend I had to be at, so my brother and a bunch of buddies went to a pre-fall crawl for Harlan, Kentucky. They went to a pre-fall crawl event last weekend, and again, he was showing me some footage of those guys just out there just absolutely banging on vehicles. And my brother ended up breaking a ring opinion. He was just, for 3 minutes was just thrashing. And again, we kind of giggled. He's like, of course, videos never do anything justice. And I'm like, it's so awesome to see fans when they come out, they're like, wow, these hills really are that big. And I'm like, yes, they're really that big.
Even the videos from my run at AOP last week, and I'm watching, I'm like, those rocks were twice as big at
they
least
were.
in person.
Again, just because I've been in the sport that long, I could see how, I'm like, those are huge rocks. And it was so many of them, you were kind of bouncing over Volvos essentially, it was, it looked like a true hardcore, old series rock bouncing race.
Well, it felt like it too.
Yeah.
Looks like Alston is coming back to the pits. Not really sure what happened to him up there on the hill.
What's up, James Cantrell? Ultra 4 guy.
Ultra 4 guy.
Yeah, he's been known to send it in a
one of his many titles.
Yes. I say he's been known to send it in a Cherokee as well.
DC Thompson on the line. You know what? I'm just proud of DC for making it here in time for the drivers' meeting.
I started laughing because he posted at the drivers' meeting. I said, "What are you doing here, buddy?" He's like, "I'm racing," and he kind of giggled. The reason I said that is because about 8 hours ago,
that's right,
DC posted a picture of his motor all torn apart back in Mississippi. And I was like, he goes, well, yeah. He goes, we got it put back together, and then apparently the timing on his turbo motor and the non-turbo motor were different, so they used a different head. They would set timing, bent the valves. So then they tear it back apart, overnight some valves.
Goodness.
The valves got there at 7 o'clock last night, put the valves in, put all the head back together, and then drove all night, got here early this morning.
Well,
so,
the thing was in like 2 pieces after Bikini Bottoms.
Yeah, it was not good. So, again, DC Thompson, they worked all night last night, got it all put back together and left, and Kate got here early this morning. So, shout out to DC Thompson.
Glad he made it.
He had a buddy with him who goes, yeah, there's some stuff we don't remember, but it runs. So, I'm like,
I might add a few bolts left over.
we have always have those memories like that. Any racer who's been racing for a while has a story like, well, we
always something.
It's back together, and we're not really sure how we got here, but we're here, you know. A great tree chop shot that. Again, the DC Thompson there ripping through those woods.
Why do we all wait until like the night before a race, you know?
Yeah, it's
I think we all do it though.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I got a ring and pinion I got to change out at some point this weekend, so 9.398 for DC Thompson. Again, looks like I got a few racers left there. Nathan King pulling to the line.
Dad and I were doing a bolt check and stuff on the Avenger, but Friday night before we loaded it up. And pretty soon, I'm wrapping thermal protector on cables that are too close to the header. I'm just like, why are we doing this now?
Oh yeah.
There's this huge list of stuff that just never gets done. So we're tightening the screws on the panels and stuff. That's this really isn't going to make or break us racing tomorrow. But
might as well.
We'll spend a couple hours on it for some reason. Nathan King on the course. Nathan King also knows about spending some time working on that buggy lately.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he has definitely spent a bunch of time working on it this season.
No brakes at Bikini Bottoms, and it worked okay, I think, on Hill 1 or something, but then it, came into play and caused some problems later on.
Yeah, definitely. He has had some serious issues with, some being mechanical and some being from crashes this year. Again, always able to get it back together for the next race. Again, always having a great heart, coming out and just thrashing around. Him and his sister both, I feel for their dad. Sometimes they've showed up and literally, Dad's like, it's been a long weekend,
I'm sure, trying to keep 2 of those buggies together. Well, and this is his new to him chassis that we first saw him race it at Bikini Bottoms 2 weeks ago. This is Wade Good's old the rental buggy. So you might, the livery and everything, the panels and all that is all, still his General Lee theme. But that is a new to him chassis. So he did have a lot of, stuff he worked on earlier this season with that old chassis. But definitely the brakes.
Oh, yeah. Brakes, and at this course, definitely
an issue.
Definitely very important here.
A lot of downhills out here. Glad to see that he's got a little control over that.
Here you go.
Launching it through the foothills. 84.917. That is your new leader right now.
Wow.
Course 1 for the RCV Axle UTV Cup class. He just edged out Clay Kaysen. So Nathan in the lead now with an 84, then Clay with an 85, and Cash with an 86. Those are your top 3 currently. Looks like we've only got just a handful of drivers left for our UTV Cup class, Course 1. Cooper Bentley on the line. We've still got Cooper. Actually, our two of these other drivers aren't here today, so I believe Cooper is going to wrap up Course 1 for the Cup class.
He was out practicing earlier today, just absolutely sending on the short course. Again, you can see these guys going all the way down there. They have a few little jumps going around this turn. They have 2 big tabletops. Again, this is part of the short course for MidAmerica they'll be racing later this weekend, but it's...
Uh-oh.
I wonder what's going on there. Kind of rolled to a stop.
What are we doing, Coop?
Zach is so ornery.
What is he doing?
I'm not sure exactly what's going on.
I think he's he was waving over some help, it seems like.
Justin said he's waving him on over, so it looks like they're going to run over there and see if they can't get him recovered.
Man. Well, Cooper was sitting 3rd in points for the season coming into this weekend now. So, that's got to be especially frustrating.
Yeah, that's
Don't worry. Keith Toolman is on the way.
And Keith is really good. He can recover the best of them. Unfortunately, know that too well.
All right, while they work on figuring out what is happening with Cooper down there, there's our leaderboard on the screen. This is Hill 1 for the RCB Axle UTV Cup class. Nathan King had that fastest time with an 84, and then we had Clay Kaysen, Cash Lee Croy, Casey Howell, DC Thompson, Cody Kaysen, Madison King, Brandon Davis, and then we had a couple of DNFs. That would be Dustin and Alston and Cooper, I believe.
Again, that's a great shot there, how long that short course really is, which, again, it's a lot of fun for the bouncers. We don't typically get to race long distances on short courses. We've had courses where the course 1 and course 2 for the day weren't as long as just this first half is. So, again, it's a lot of fun to see. So we'll be back right after these messages.
Radflow Suspension Technology is a manufacturer of high-performance custom OE and universal length shock absorbers. Radflow specializes in OE replacement applications, shock absorbers, and dampers for military vehicles, pickup trucks, SUVs, and motorsport industries. By focusing on custom valve solutions and providing style and agility, Radflow shock absorbers is considered the performance benchmark for all forms of competition. Radflow's product base is known as the choice of champions. Radflow Suspension Technology provides superior products and unrivaled support at the best possible price.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
And we're back. Again, that's a great shot of that short course area there that we're going to be riding on that we're not really used to, but it's so much fun. Nothing super crazy, so you can get out there and just absolutely rip it. Bree knows what it's like to rip it.
Oh,
and that,
man, some of the most fun I've ever had racing out here on this short course. And Big Booty Judy, the stock 4-seat razor that could.
Yes,
it was all great until my wheel fell off.
It was. Well, each time you came around, the tire got a little flatter, but you're like, hey, she's keep going. Let's just send it.
Nobody's waving me down.
I'm
just going to keep going.
And there was 5 of us that were standing there, like, is she going to stop? Is she not? Every lap, I was like, well, keep going. I mean, still on the time. It's still on there.
It was a lot of fun.
What's up, Tim Bacon? Mr. Tim Bacon over there.
All right. Let's see. We must be changing up our order a little bit here for Bounty, because that's definitely not Madison King on the line. Looks like Casey. Oh, Casey was a late entry.
Okay.
That's what it is. Messing up my list here.
Oh, look. Jack Porter just joined the chat.
Oh, look. Jack Porter.
Sup, Jack? And to think I called you yesterday to see if your axle picked up. Yeah, no, I actually called him yesterday. I was like, hey, do you need that axle picked up? He said, no, he already shipped it. I said, all right, it's cool. So it was super funny that we were just talking about Jack, and now he's on the live feed. So
all good things.
It's all good things. Jack Attack, all good things coming up there. So okay, this is our Bouncer and Bounty series. Again, pretty similar. Obviously, we're going a little harder courses on for the Bouncer. And again, from the map, they don't excite. You see all the uphills and downhills. And here's what I think is so funny. We have guys that race UTV Cup Series and Bouncer, which are 2 separate courses. So now you have
a lot to keep up with.
Yeah, so instead of 4 courses, you have to remember 8 courses. all 8 courses this weekend. So.
All right, Casey Howell is kicking off Course 1 for the UTV Bounty class. We just wrapped up Course 1 for our UTV Cup class. Looks like we've got about 10 or so drivers in the Bounty class. Like Matt said, they'll be racing the same exact course that the bouncers are going to be on. As always, this is our most challenging UTV class. Really take it to the next level for these guys. Tiffany, why can't Matt say Jack Attack? Jack said he's got a secret weapon this weekend.
He does.
Cheating.
Which we'll unveil here shortly.
It'll be fun, though.
It will be. I am super stoked.
Taylor Cash was not running for anybody. He was just out here racing for himself like the good old days. Where did Casey go?
Well, I've been trying to pay close attention so I
He's
can.
backing up there. What's happening?
I've been trying to pay very, very close attention.
There he goes.
Because I don't necessarily know where to go.
Oh, boy. Matt didn't do his homework.
And the fact that he's backing up a little bit is giving me...
He definitely got a little lost at the top just now.
Yeah. The fact that he got a little lost makes me a little worried.
Well, Casey Howell is sitting first in points right now in the Bounty class coming into this weekend. So getting lost on the course is definitely not something he's going to be wanting to do right now.
Although I think we'll be par for the course because I think we're going to see a few people get lost this weekend.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
We also have Clay Kaysen joining us up here in the
What's
booth.
up, guys?
Nice run.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Had a smoking fast time.
Felt smooth. Felt good. Yeah, it was. Like I beat.
It was still a fast time. Nathan's was just
Nathan
faster.
laid it down. He laid it down.
He did.
Oh, Nathan laid it down. He's getting that new buggy worked out.
But you beat Cash, so.
He owes me $3.
What?
$3 cash?
Yeah, $3 cash.
$3 cash. All right.
What's
we
going on with Casey right now?
Don't know. He might just be. I don't know.
It is kind of confusing. I'll be honest.
Oh no.
Is he broke or is he lost?
Something might
I
be
can't
broke.
see him.
I just feel like something's broke. Cause he just. I don't know. Something's messed up. I don't like it.
Taylor had a good question on here that she thought it was a minimum of 260 points to race at finals. We have done a points minimum in the past in order to qualify to race at finals.
That is correct.
But we...
Something steering-wise isn't right there.
Looks like he's going to make it through the
I think
finish,
he got a time.
Let's see what his time is, and then we'll finish.
164.446 for Casey Howe. Again, it's something in the steering. They had 2 tires going different directions at one point.
But to answer your question, Taylor, our drivers
Jack
voted
just answered it too.
Yes, allow whoever wanted to race to just come race.
Because Dyersburg, essentially. Clyde said, hey, we want Dyersburg to be a little harder because it's the last time we were going to be there. We made some kind of crazy courses. So since we had so many people DNF, he kind of gave a pretty good allowance. Let's say a 100-point allowance or 150-point allowance he gave. Essentially that way, guys who normally would do very well there, again, putting a foot of mud on top of Cable Hill definitely changed a lot.
Well, it was put to the vote with our seasoned drivers, and across the board, everyone was like, they want to race, let them come race.
Let 'em
come.
So that's what we're doing this time around. But that was a good question, Taylor. Madison King out on the course now. Madison sitting 4th in points in the Bounty class coming into this weekend.
These guys and gals out here on this track they're going for it. I was not expecting them to be jumping off the face of that jump
They
like
are.
they are.
They are sending it.
I guess I was a sissy on it because I didn't do it. I was scared.
You were flying?
So, Clay, how confusing is this course?
It's so hectic out here.
Oh
my God.
I love that he didn't answer. He just started busting up laughing.
I mean, Clyde and Bill and all of his crew, they've done an amazing job. They put tape up at the top. They've tried to number everything, but it's just so hard, I feel like, to get,
There's
every
a nice
lane.
shot of how big the Mickey Thompson mountainside is.
That right there is a great shot.
And when you're in race mode,
you just gotta.
just blow right by.
It's almost
your
like
turn.
you need a GPS, just where you know.
You need it. It's like rally racing. You just
it
need
really
someone
is.
telling you, pointing you in there.
Because Clyde, he always does some. He never makes it easy at finals.
Yes.
It's always. It's finals. You can't make it easy, and
got to keep you guys on your toes.
Oh, yeah.
We got to make you work for it.
I feel
Jack
like
says, Clay, you just have to finish.
Oh, yeah, but you know how it is.
You
Jack.
got one hill under your belt now.
Y'all, she is flying down that hill.
She is. Oh, aired out the top.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
That is
99.417 for Madison King.
That is
A
absolutely
smoking
flying.
fast time
Oh,
out
yeah.
here.
Again, just absolutely flying through there. Who do you think is going to be our fastest time here, Clay? On this,
Man, I don't know.
We have a handful of drivers here in our Bounty series. And then we got big bouncers rolling up. We have a ton of buggies over there lined up. All classes racing today, so that's going to be
It's
again, a
insane.
huge avenue. So
If you ain't here, you're missing out.
you really are. You really are.
But
Like,
we're glad to have you watching on Hillside Live.
Yes.
Even if
yes.
you can't be here on a
Yeah,
random
we get it.
Thursday
I mean,
afternoon.
This is why we do this, you know.
In
that
Oklahoma.
Way way
Yes.
you can watch it, you know.
Yes.
Exactly. Looks like we've got Dustin Havens back on the line, ready to break the beam and get a few
Beam.
points for Dan Carter.
She said beam.
Yep.
The beam.
Breaking the beam.
She said peem, like
Oh,
a like
peem?
a pea.
Okay.
In the beginning of it. She had to
Why
correct
you gotta call me out
Break-
like that?
because
Breaking
Bree
the
never
pain.
messes up.
Come on
So like
now.
when she
Shut
messes
up,
up, you
shut up.
gotta
I'm
get her.
just trying to talk here.
And I slaughter names and places and
You
things
do everything.
all the
you
time.
mess up all the time. I mean, it's just no fun.
It's,
Someone said Clay. Ryan Edwards said Clay on the live feed. What a shocker.
I bet you guys didn't recognize that voice.
Yeah.
Huh?
What's up,
If
Adam
y'all
Coots?
don't like me, I'll just leave. I mean, I just like to come up here and hang out and talk to everybody.
Hey, I really appreciate you coming up and hanging out with
No,
Bree
you
when
know
I
what
go
everybody
run.
likes? They
Yeah.
like to give everyone a hard time.
They do.
There's no doubt.
That's just how it is.
I know.
Like you was calling
I'm
me
like
out
the-
on saying peen.
I'm like the most person I feel like that gets the most grief given because I take it a lot.
No, that's definitely Matt.
Yeah, Matt might have me beat.
Poor
Yeah,
Matt.
We do.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And don't worry, the people at home will take up for you if you do get on TV.
We have seen them,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
We gotta protect our own. We're all just having fun out here.
Oh, it's
We're
all
all
fun
just
and
doing
games.
what we do, trying to keep our wits about us
Some days
while we're live for
Yeah.
hours.
you get that hot sun for a long period of time.
And Clyde could have did a little bit
Get
better
a
of
little
a job for y'all.
under-caffeinated.
You know, he put y'all right in the sun.
It is a little toasty.
I mean, I can feel my back cooking.
But at the same time, the reason we do this is that way, literally, we'll pivot around during the show and get to watch all the action. So
Yeah, I
when
know.
when you guys are watching those beautiful shots at home, we're actually watching the same thing live as well. So
Half the time
We're all
we're
sitting like
turning
this right here, you know, like
it is true. And unless they're stuck, and then we turn around and watch the drone footage because we're like, where are they at? We're trying to look
Yeah.
in the drone footage and figure exactly
see,
what's
that's
going
what's
on.
cool about y'all. Y'all, this is one reason why I come up here because y'all know if you
Oh,
see it
yeah.
up there, you can't see it down
Clay's
here.
Yeah.
got it figured
Yeah.
out. He
Oh,
just
yeah.
come up here to watch the screen.
Yeah, I mean,
And again, like I said, I
you
appreciate
watch and learn a whole lot
I
more.
appreciate you coming down here and help filling in for a while I go race. It's kind of awesome. And again,
Yeah, because ain't you first in the bouncer?
we don't need to talk about
Who
that.
drew that?
I know. What jerk
guy
drew
would
that?
do that? Hey,
How terrible.
I don't know what number he drew for me either, but he's a terrible person.
I felt so bad, and I was wearing a shirt. I felt so bad.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody got a good draw for that one. Is all I got to
I
say.
know. We haven't told nothing going on, so we just keep teasing. It's
You
gonna
know,
be
you know.
Does nobody knows?
no.
Okay.
No.
I mean,
Mostly.
mostly
Yeah.
99% of people don't know.
they
That'll
will
be
know.
fun.
They
They'll
will.
know.
They will in a minute.
know.
They're gonna learn today.
They will. I am so geeked. I am pumped.
You know, I'm a fanboy at heart for this
I
sport.
am.
I really
I
am.
am.
I love every one of these drivers, and I come out here.
I am.
And it's a blessing in disguise to get to race with these guys. Like really, because like I grew up watching this sport, so to come out here and hang out with y'all, I mean, it's just
And now you're sitting on top of that podium. What?
shoot.
Well, hey, with a pretty big lead there, bro. You're sitting comfy.
Yeah.
You're in
You
that.
sitting comfy.
You're
never comfortable until it's over.
I know, but I'm just saying you got.
I think you're the most comfortable person out here, though,
Really?
in all of our classes.
Yeah,
you
I would
got
say
the biggest lead,
You are probably the biggest, most comfortable person out here right now.
or at least close to it. I don't know. It's
I
hard
think-
to keep track of everybody.
It
If
is.
you could talk to my daddy and brother, y'all would just understand the hard work and dedication that's went into this. So I mean, it.
Dude, we get it.
Yeah.
I
we
mean,
do understand. This
The shop,
sport is
late
not for the
nights.
faint of heart.
No,
It takes
I
a
mean-
huge amount of passion and commitment
There's no
to
doubt.
stay involved.
It's
So we get that.
And
for
I
I'm
feel-
sure.
gonna change a ring gear later on tonight. You want to come over? And help me?
no.
You want to come help?
We'll have a
dog?
ring gear changing party.
Yeah,
That's
we have.
easy.
Yeah,
You know,
your brother was
30
like,
minutes.
your
Are
brother's
you
like,
gonna
we'll
have
change it.
cookies?
Come over, we'll change
You
it.
just need to have cookies, and then people will come.
Dude, that's
Matt, you
what's
got
up.
it.
That's what motivates you
I
guys.
figure we'll get Mexican, come back, eat some cookies,
I
change
feel
your ring
like-
opinion.
You know, I don't like people around me really when I'm working on stuff.
Really?
No, I get distracted
Oh yeah.
because I am ADHD so bad. So, but we have
All
Brantley.
right,
Abrams.
let's see how Dustin does out
Or-
here.
Oh, that ain't Brantley. That's his
It's-
Papa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
the,
Papa.
The senior Haven.
You just saw the
Seen
cowboy hat and instantly was
Yeah, I
like,
was
Brantley.
like, wait, there's Brantley sitting over there.
Yep,
Dan Carter looking all cute up there on that screen.
I know. part of that Rock Life off-road racing.
We miss Dan Carter being out here. We're glad he's got somebody to fill in for him and get some of those points.
Dan took a hard hit, last weekend or the weekend before last.
That's right. I did forget about that. That was definitely a rough one. So that was Dustin Havens getting some points for Dan Carter in the UTV Bounty class. We are 3 drivers in for Hill 1 for the Bounty class. Looks like Nathan King's getting ready to pull up to the line.
Rock Life Brian at home said, "Oh Lord, go Dustin."
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord, no, Lord.
Lord. Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. You got to do that southern twang.
Get the tort. The southern twang.
If you guys are just joining us here on Hillside Live, you are watching Nathan King tearing it up out on Course 1 for the UTV Bounty class. We wrapped up Course 1 for the UTV Cup class already. And then after Bounty, we're going to move on to our Brannick Motorsports Bouncer class. And then we still got 3 more after them because we're running everybody today.
That's such a fun part of it.
It is.
Because you can just hold that mug.
You can. It is.
It is so much
There's
fun.
not too many parks that we go to that have the amount of
No,
space.
because normally Clyde is like, oh, let's dig 4-foot holes out through there.
Yes.
I
am really excited that he didn't do that because that return is going to be so much fun in the big bouncer.
I'm sure the folks that are racing short course out here on Saturday are glad we didn't.
Well,
do
I'm
that
talking
too.
about just over here in the
middle.
Yeah.
It is fun. We talk about this a lot, but the different terrain on the parks that we go to, they're kind of spread out around the southeast, around the country.
Hold on, we have a problem here.
What's happening to
I
Nathan?
don't know. Something's messed up.
Don't say he lost his brakes
Well, I was about to say, make sure
This hill's too big for that.
Yeah.
I think he's all right.
He's coming on down.
He is coming down.
Making his way through the
that
foothills.
water.
It's cold. Oh, it's cold.
I didn't get wet, thankfully.
But all the different parks that we go to.
Oh, no.
They keep you guys on their
toes,
toes, just like this hill is doing right now.
Well, and this park's got I feel like a really good mixture. It's got it's got a little short course in it. Then you got dirt. Then you got all the rock.
Yeah, right there. It's like a body of rock. It's not loose rock. Right where he's at. So if you don't get above that, again, you're going to kind of start to spin. Unfortunately,
the first time I was here, that hill ate so many people's lunch.
It did
at the finals because the Cup had to climb that. And I think there's only like 3 or 4 of them that finished it.
Well, it's hard to tell on camera exactly how steep it is, but also it's like this shale shelves out there in the rocks. So it's ledges, but it's also this loose shale kind of stuff on top of it.
They're so loose and sharp. I mean, you'll look at your tires, and it looks like you sent them through a meat grinder.
It is.
It's almost just as bad as Disney out here.
It's almost. I think Disney's worse just because there's so much rock there. Yeah. 130.876 for Nathan King. Good enough for second place right now.
Her sister, his sister, whooped
That's right.
a little bit.
Madison King in the lead with a 99 now, and then Nathan with a 130. Casey Howell with a 164. He had a little trouble. I think he got a little lost, a little turned around at the top.
I think he had a little issue with a right front brake.
And then something coming on his way down too. Yep.
We got a guy, no stranger to the podium on the line.
Josh
he has been killing
Krapinski.
Yeah, say that name.
Yeah.
Matt. Hit it for us real quick.
Say it 3 times fast.
No, just say it for us.
Josh Krapinski.
Well, Josh came out, mid-season?
Yeah.
Mid-season
and has been killing it.
He has absolutely been killing it.
And I feel like one of the hardest classes, we have. I mean.
Yeah, by far. By far.
Let's just... He came out mid-season, and he's 3rd in points right now.
Wow.
He's killing it.
He has been.
He's 3rd overall for the season, and he didn't even race the whole season.
Dude, it's incredible. Again, heck of a great guy. His kind of philosophy is kind of just coming out and shooting for it and hoping he makes it. And been doing a great job so far this season.
It's been working for him.
He had, again, doing a great job so far this season. And again, super great guy. Doing awesome this season.
It's
super
the beard.
excited
It's
to see
the
him
power
out.
beard.
The power beard.
The mug can grow a beard.
It adds horsepower.
He can. He does a good job at it. And he's always like when he calls his name, to get to the podium, he's like,
"Oh Lord!"
He's always like, "I got 3rd."
Look who else we have coming up here.
You want to come up here and talk? You want to take my spot? Or come up here and get in the microphone.
Yeah, that's the only extra one we have.
Come here. say some words, buddy. You got to talk louder than that.
Josh absolutely launching up that rock wall there. Again, you can see just how hard those tires are spinning. And again, these are sticky tires too. These are a very soft compound. So if a guy in a tube chassis buggy can't make it, it's how hard it is to send it.
Well, I feel like this hill is like a.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
That drone gives that 3D
These drone
view.
guys are insane.
Yeah. Gives you that 3D view when the rocks are flying by it.
But I honestly feel like on that hill right there, like since so many people's hit it now, the water from the creek has got drug up through there. And there's also mud at the bottom of it. So when that water gets on there, that changes the whole game.
Yeah, that's something you can't really see on the camera, only a little bit. There is a pretty good-sized creek running all along the bottom of this hill.
A pretty good size. Uh-oh.
I hear a big bouncer.
I hear some big motors. I think it's your time to shine.
I know. All right, I'll see you guys.
I'll cover for you.
Good luck, Matt. Don't
Good
get
luck,
lost.
buddy. You
Have
got
fun.
this.
There's a brownie in it for you afterwards.
There's snacky snacks at the finish line.
Matt's pretty strongly motivated by food.
I feel like hold on.
146.491 for Josh Krupinski.
Pretty good time.
That's a third place time currently.
He did good.
Looks like DC Thompson on the line now. Where did Cash go?
I don't know.
We don't get to have him up here with us that often
I know.
anymore.
I tried giving him this, and he's like, he didn't want it.
We got to try and get him back over here.
Yeah, I know. If I had my phone, I'd call him, but I ain't got my phone. I don't know where he went.
Okay. All right, so we got a little surprise waiting for everybody to check out later on.
Did y'all talk about what DC did before he got here?
Yeah, we did a little bit.
I give him props. I mean, he had the head off the motor before he even got here this morning and showed up. I don't even think he walked the course. I think he just looked at our maps and just sent it.
I said I was just proud he made it here for the drivers' meeting.
Me too.
And I didn't realize everything else he'd been doing to get this buggy back together overnight.
Yeah, and he is not giving it no slack either, none at all, which he never does, you know.
No. You know, we have seen a little more conservative side of DC come out over the past season.
I feel like
he can drive.
Oh,
he
DC has been a driver, always has been a driver. Even when he was a wild man.
He just had to chill it out a little bit.
I think he's probably about like everybody else, you know. Got tired of working on them.
Probably.
Because, I mean, it's a lot. And that sun coming up those hills, oh, my gosh.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
It's insane. If you have your visor down, like the first hill I went up, I was blind when I went over the hump. I was like, oh, my God. I felt like I was driving like Bree up there with my eyes closed.
Oh, please. You wish you could drive like me.
I agree. Did you tell them about your AOP experience?
We talked about it a little bit earlier.
Heck yeah. DC airing it out, though, at the finish line.
Heck yeah, that was a 100.653.
Second place.
He almost caught up to Madison, but she's still sitting in the lead with a 99, and then DC with that 100, and then Nathan King with a 130. We've got 2 UTVs left, and then we're just going to have, I believe, Alston breaking the beam. Cooper Bentley on the line now.
Chocolate milk. Get that back.
Cooper sitting second in points coming into the weekend in the UTV Bounty class, right behind Casey Howell.
Tiffany Porter said DC will always be a wild man. We've known him since before he raced, and he has calmed down a lot.
I would say, yeah, I've known him for a few years now.
I remember he
has chilled out a little bit.
He come to a park close to home when I was like probably 14. And he was a wild man then. I still don't know how Cooper's belt broke in the cup. I mean, it was brand new, they said.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, his belt broke right there. I mean, it was a brand new belt.
That does suck.
Yeah. These razors, I swear.
Well, they sure got a new one on there quick.
Yeah, he is smoking it right now. That dang water. Ugh.
Well, I think he was like third in points. Yeah, he was third in cup. So that was definitely a bummer
For
him
sure
in that
is.
class.
I hate that kind of break. I hate when people break like that.
But that's, always the entertaining thing about finals is that
you never know what's going to happen.
It can all
Never.
change. Yep.
It's crazy. I've come to 2 finals, and it's wild.
Cooper made it. Ho!
Heck yeah.
89.094. Holy smokes. Cooper just smoked the course.
Hey, Taylor, do we have any more vests back there?
10 seconds faster than Madison's time. Cooper in the lead with an 89, and then Madison with a 99, and then DC Thompson with a 100. You guys are watching UTV Bounty Course 1 right now. We've got one driver left, Clint Strain, and then I believe Alston Tidwell is just going to be breaking the beam.
I think he broke a drive shaft. I think he broke a drive shaft.
We couldn't tell what happened to him when he came down the hill.
I think he said he broke a drive shaft. Clint Strain's one of these. He's a local guy around here, I think, is he not?
I'm not sure.
I know he races every time we come up this way, like Missouri.
That makes sense, yeah.
And
yeah, we haven't seen him in a couple events, the past couple.
I think he's real local to this area. I think. I might be just, spitballing it here. See if I can watch this hill. That's such a sketchy little hill. I remember climbing it the first time I come here. And he just cakewalked
This whole hillside's pretty sketchy.
And he just, whoa, no.
It's got that ledge. How tall would you say that is?
That's at least a 4-foot ledge, I feel like.
Take away all your momentum on your way up the hill.
Oh, yeah, and he just cakewalked it.
Looking good so far for Clint. I don't know. Cooper, man, I don't
let it
think
down.
no one's going to beat that.
I don't feel like, 10
Cooper
seconds
was
off a
making
second.
up for what happened to him in the cup class.
You just come out for vengeance, when you stuff like that happens, I feel like.
There's that creek we were talking about. See Clint splashing through.
Now we got our little friend back.
Oh, here he is. We got Cash Lee Croy joining us back up here in the booth.
kid who stayed 13 for 6 years, it seemed like.
I was saying that I've known you since you were a kid, Cash, and how old are you now?
15 this weekend.
You were a
When's your birthday?
full-on
Saturday?
teenager
22nd,
now.
whenever that is.
I don't know when that is. I ain't got my telephone.
Today's the 19th.
So Sunday, Saturday? Yeah. 20? No, Sunday.
Well, happy almost birthday.
Yeah. I won't see you on your birthday. I'll be going home.
All right, Clint's through
Me
the
too.
finish line. 116.983 for Clint Strain. We're going to have Alston Tidwell break the beam. Cash, tell us what you've been up to real quick. Oh, yeah, hang on. He's got to answer the phone.
Oh, and it's a...
Life of a busy teenager. You guys might all get to hear his conversation.
because his father called him.
Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah, you got to answer that.
I think I seen your mom
you can't
on here
leave John
earlier.
hanging.
Yeah, she's the one that told me. He was like, go to the live.
Oh, shit.
Cash, we haven't seen you out here racing with us in a good while. Tell us what you've been up to. The people want to
Short
know.
course racing, working, breaking rest, and that's about it.
So I did say earlier, glad to see you with the roll cage around you and 4 wheels, not just one.
Show everybody the cast.
Yeah,
Dude.
there it is.
I was driving with one hand. One hand.
He's such a liar.
Dude,
y'all.
it was like this.
He is such a liar.
You're Bobby Tanner in it?
No, he had both hands on the steering wheel.
Well, you're not the only one that's in a cast out here this weekend either. Gatlin's she broke her thumb, so she's got one on her left hand, too.
Dang.
Y'all kids need to be more careful, man.
Yeah, what happened to y'all?
I don't know. I broke an axle on the first hill.
Shouldn't you be fixing
Did
that?
you?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't look like it, did he?
The-
He was
are,
still
are
flying.
the axle fairies fixing it for you?
The who?
The axle fairies?
No.
The who?
I need some.
You don't know about those?
No, I need
You don't
some,
have any of those? Okay.
You've gotten quieter since you got a little older. Why have you gotten quieter?
I'm hurting pretty bad.
Poor guy. I feel for you. Got Cooper Bentley sitting in first.
All right, there's our leaderboard from UTV Bounty Hill 1. Cooper, man, he laid down a smoking time.
No doubt.
Madison King behind him in second place. Then DC Thompson, Clint Strain, Nathan King, Josh Krupinski, Casey Howell, and then we did have a couple of DNFs and a beam breaker.
Clay's done gotten good at this. How many times have you been up here this year?
I think I've been on here every race, I feel like. Probably at least like on a Saturday or Friday.
Just up here talking.
Yeah, I mean, you got to come up here and hang out.
While Matt Holt shows out.
Yeah, while Matt's going
That's
to come out
right.
here and lay it down.
Matt's going to show everybody where to go in the bouncer class right
Everybody,
now.
you know, has got their eyes on 2 or 3 people, and
Matt's one of them. He's
yep,
one
he's
of them.
one of them.
He's the one.
Oh, yeah, number 1. You hear that motor back here running? It's got a big block in it now.
That's a large block.
Yeah. With 100 shot on it.
All right, guys, we are going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with our Brannick Motorsports bouncer class.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com. What you want? What you want?
No matter where your ride takes you.
Come on.
Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb.
Come on.
When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Sit up straight.
All right, guys, we are back. Thanks for tuning in here on Hillside Live. We are ready to start course 1 for the Brannick Motorsports bouncer class. You can see Matt Holt sitting on the line right there.
That new big block, finna tear it up.
And before we do that, we have a little
900
video for you guys to watch. Thought you might want to see a little something that showed up out here this weekend. Feast your eyes on the latest Tim Cameron build.
You might ask, where's the motor?
This guy.
He put it in the back.
Oh, good point, Cash.
Hey, thanks for. Hey, there it is.
There it is.
Look at
That's
them
a
headers.
That's a
in the
big
back.
seat, ain't it?
Has Timmy
Oh,
built a rear
yeah,
engine
baby.
buggy before?
Ultra bouncer, I believe.
Ultra
I
bouncer.
don't even remember. There's so many.
It don't count.
We need, like, cards to keep up with them, like baseball cards.
New trail rig got the back seat.
Yeah, trail rig. That's some trail rig right there.
Hey, it ain't even got bypasses on it. It's just got coilovers.
Well, apparently there's some new...
Internally
it's internal
bypassed.
bypassed. Yeah. It looks
I didn't know
deceiving,
that.
though.
Look at that little,
It looks
little
like it's just
thing right there.
coilovers.
It's a sleeper. You know, it's like one of them old rat rods you look at that's all rusted out, and then you pull up beside it and it just whoops you down. Then you
Well,
know,
I think there's going to be some whooping down today. We haven't had Timmy racing with us
year.
all season. He took a break and went to try his hand at some dirt track. How
and
do you-
he's still
circle
trying
track,
his
dirt
hand.
track racing.
He's trying to
Super
get it figured
duper
out.
late model.
So you guys are going to see Timmy racing in the bouncer class. He is getting Jack Porter's points today.
Well, here's
'cause
Matt
Of
Holt.
course, Jack couldn't let Matt in this season with more
Win.
points than him.
But
All right, here we go. Matt Holtz out on the course. I hope he studied the course map, did his homework, because last I heard he was a little unsure of
I
where
just
exactly
want, I just
he
want
was
the people at
going
home to
out
hear
there.
this new big block he's got in there.
It's
Let's hear it, Matt.
698 million cubic inch. How many horsepower?
Over 3,000.
So many horsepower. Look at him go.
You
He-
can't even count that.
He uses it in the diesel drags.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, he could pull a sled with it.
If you guys can't tell, I've got Cash, LeCroy, and Clay Kaysen up here in the booth with me.
You got a good time.
Giving some colorful commentary. No, Matt!
What?
No! Get your butt back up there.
Are you serious
sir.
right now, bro?
You tell him when he gets up here that you climbed the bounty hill at AOP, and he didn't even attempt
Come on, Matt.
the hill.
10 points, dude. Isn't it 10?
I don't know. Taylor, that was cold.
He's letting that big block warm up.
He's saving it for Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did say his ring and pinion
Oh,
was
that's
broke.
right. He's got to have
Okay.
the ring and pinion party tonight.
I seen all
and
that
fix it.
horsepower release, and I just got excited.
That's right. We were excited for him, but that's right. We forgot. We
No,
gotta
we gotta. Okay.
gotta do some work tonight.
Mine started going backwards.
Now we know. Really, it's because he didn't know where he was supposed to go on the course.
I mean,
All
we
right,
got
let's see.
next?
We should have Chris Grigg, I believe.
I'm really
Bug went
enjoying
on you?
this.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
buggy.
Stink bug, don't squish it.
Knox is over there being mean. We got the superstar. Oh my God, that neck! Y'all see that? Well, pow!
Well, pow.
Y'all are ridiculous. Poor Matt.
We
He
love
didn't get
Matt.
to break out here.
He's fixing to come running up here. Watch him. He's fixing to take off. Watch. Here he comes.
Look at-
Look at. He's like, I gotta
He's
get
like,
back. Here I go.
feel like I'm being watched.
Yep. Here he comes.
I might have to get out of a seat.
Here, you want to talk? I'll leave.
All right, we're getting up. Don't worry.
Do you want this? That way you can sit up here and talk more.
All right, that is in fact not a bouncer that you see out there right now. Alston Tidwell was just breaking the beam for the bounty class.
I'm fixing to go. I want to watch the bouncers.
You do what you gotta do, Clay.
You know how it is.
I know how it is. Chris Grigg pulling up to the line.
Matt don't know how it is.
Chris had his work cut out for him after Bikini Bottoms. He broke everything in I can't remember which side on the front.
Hold on. Let's have a talk about
Broke it
this
all.
real quick. I'm
What?
pretty sure those are like the 37-inch tall stickies.
They are 40.
No, those are not 43s.
Matt, what size are his tires?
40s.
40s, yeah.
40s?
Yeah.
I should say that does not look like the normal 43.
It isn't. It's
They're
40.
not. They're 40.
There's a 40. Okay. I didn't
They're
know.
not, in fact, the 43.
I didn't know it looked.
But 43 is what's typical out here.
Yeah. I thought they did like a 30, 37, 38 is what
I
I
think he just
figured.
wanted to maximize that horsepower. you
Short
know?
course. He was ready for some short course racing.
Got those flashy new, I like the copper orange panels on there. This is a wide open design built buggy.
Matt, I promise we did not say anything of mean. Two-step.
Yeah. That's okay.
Trans braking.
Well, I even thought about sending it, but I didn't want to I didn't want my ring and pinion to go loose and get stuck on the hill.
Well, we were sad, and then we realized we forgot.
Yeah,
that
we
had
talked
said
you
had
back
to fix
up,
your ring
yeah.
and
Well,
pinion.
and here's the thing: if I get stuck on the hill for 30 minutes and I hold up production for
Nobody
30
wants
minutes,
that.
Oh my God, that mud just sent it.
Look at him go.
Well, Matt,
I
glad you're back.
didn't want to hold up production for 30 minutes because I thought I could make a three course the way up the hill.
Well, oh.
He's sending it.
Very considerate of you, Matt. Chris Grigg, definitely not afraid to be sending it up the hill right
no,
now.
he is not no shy of the skinny pedal.
He just put some new front end parts on that together. I was talking to him. He broke.
Well, he didn't really have a choice.
He had a unit bearing go loose because he broke a shaft. So after he broke the shaft, unit bearing got taken out as well as some other stuff. So he's got a lot of stuff. He wanted to give a shout out to Wide Open Designs. They helped him get a bunch of stuff together this week to get it put back together. So
Well, guys, I'm gonna leave it with y'all. I'm gonna go, do
All
my
right,
thing.
Clay. Go do your thing.
It's good
Thanks for
talking to
joining
y'all,
us.
and see y'all.
Yeah, I know Adam Woodley and the guys at Wide Open Design definitely helped him do a real quick turnaround
Yes.
on getting what he needed after Bikini Bottoms.
he said he really appreciates those guys. They helped get some stuff literally like in a week from the get it ordered, get it taken care of,
Yeah.
get the shafts splined and stuff.
Which
so
is not typical.
it is not. No, it is not. So he said, I really appreciate those guys. Them and East Coast Gear Supply both kind of jumped in and helped him out, get everything. Again, because this is sport, turnaround time is usually, unfortunately, very quick for us in what we do. There we go.
Oh, through the finish. 113.631 for Chris Grigg, our first finisher in the Brannick Motorsports Bouncer Class Course 1. We have completed Course 1 for both our UTV Cup class and our UTV Bounty class so far. We are just getting started in our Bouncer class, and then we've still got UTV Stock, VIN, and UTV Youth class to go. We're running everybody today.
Normally we hit Bouncers, we're like almost done for the day. Now we're like halfway through the day.
Halfway through. That's because it's finals, and that means we have 4 hills to race instead of our usual 2 for the race weekend. So that's why we're out here on a Thursday.
I think we have almost as many TC chassis racing today. I think half of our chassis racing are
very solid
TCs.
Representation out here.
It really is. Again, this is a TC built chassis that's going to do very, very well, I think.
This is Daniel Bowman and Tyrant. Let's see. Okay, we've got Tyrant.
Yep.
We've got Menace.
Yep.
We've got the new one. I forgot what he called it.
Yep.
100 shot.
Yes. Dan Bowman taking off the line. Okay, that was my question. Thank you, Taylor.
Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what that was supposed to mean.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you missed a little video walk around
Yep.
of the new TC buggy.
Okay, I wanted it. Like, hey, 3 minutes, and I was like, okay. Yeah, I caught some air coming off that jump, I'm pretty sure, because I felt the back end kind of slam down. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Like, hello.
Cool.
We caught up with Dan Bowman and Clayton Smith of the Reclaimed Racing Team a little bit earlier this morning. Hopefully we'll have a chance to share that interview with you guys sooner rather than later today. Wait for a little break in the action. We are definitely trying to keep things moving quickly today as we're running all 6 of our classes, and we're trying to beat the sunset and make sure that we're not out here in full darkness. So you'll probably notice that we are keeping everything moving pretty quickly today. Luckily, we haven't had really any recoveries so far.
Going to have to roll in a little bit faster than that. Again, trying to feel it out. This is still his very first season racing with us, and he's only made about half the races due to buggy issues. So,
yeah, he started out with Gold Rush.
Yes, and at his very first race,
and
literally
the Outlaw buggy.
Rolled it right over. So again, he's still getting used to this. I think it's the second race in Tyrant. Just trying to get used to it.
You guys will be able to learn a little bit more from him and Clayton when we share that interview with you. But yeah, Reclaimed Racing Team now with 3 very capable buggies. We'll see them all out here today. Let's see, we were starting to count all the TC buggies earlier. We got distracted. We've got Tyrant, we've got Menace, we've got Hellbent, we've got the new one.
100 shot. 100
shots. Oh,
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
hang on.
138.320 for Daniel Bowman.
Hellbent is not here this week,
but
it's got a pretty good standing.
Yes, he shucked a rod, I guess. Testing in the driveway on Tuesday.
Yeah, like the night before they were going to leave.
Yeah, said he was like on Tuesday.
Daniel Bowman's time was a 138.320. Speaking of the Reclaimed Racing Team, Wade Good on the line now in the Gold Rush Reclaimed buggy.
I'm trying to think if there are. Wow! Whoa. You might, yeah. Those rocks started coming right for you. So you might want to.
That was quite the takeoff there.
Yeah, he kind of a neutral drop. Look at that. Just drifting around the corner. Well, you have to. Whoa! You're going to need to check up a little bit.
I don't think Wade knows that.
For that first one,
I don't think he cares.
Or you go airborne. Wade went ahead and chose for the airborne route.
If he can carry this pace
through
through the whole hill.
Yeah, he was flying.
Where did he go? Oh, no. We didn't even see it happen.
I saw it, like, pause. Dang.
Oh, man.
Dang it.
He was cruising.
He was flying.
Let's see if we can do a quick replay of that. I turned around to look, and then between that and the sun flare on the screen, I didn't even get to see what happened.
I was watching it, and I saw like some dust and some rock, but I couldn't really see much, and I was watching it live. Again, this also Dan Bowman rig.
So he's in that section of the first hill climb where we talked about there's like a 4-foot ledge right in the middle of it. I'm going to assume he just had a bad bounce on that. Let's check it out on this replay.
Again, just caught a little bit of a bounce.
Yep. Oh, man. You know what? That is pretty much exactly what I did at the bottom of Cable Hill.
Yeah.
It was like a little bit of nothing, but all of a sudden I was on my lid.
Yeah.
Man, hate to see that for Wade.
Again, talking about rock bouncing racing that you've done. Last weekend you were out there, AOP, crushing it.
Man.
Thrashing through some of those big rocks.
That was a beat down, all right. The Avenger has not been abused like that in a long time.
It hasn't. Again, one of 4 drivers only one of 4 drivers to finish the course. So that's super impressive.
Thanks, man. I'm just I can't believe that the buggy held together through all that.
Yeah.
Zach over here with his usual encouraging comments.
He turtled, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, Wade.
I do remember that.
Wade does not have a
throw a steering wheel.
A successful.
Yeah. Yeah. He turtled like right over here. Got out, was rocking it. Oh man.
I would pick this part on finals 100% of the time.
Yeah. Ricky Berry, what's up, buddy? Mr. RCV in the house. Taylor Giles, let's go, Wade. Yeah. Again, heck of a one. Prudence Giles. I don't know if there's any. I'm trying to remember all the TC chassis out here. I know that I feel like half the buggies racing this weekend are TC built.
I saw that, Taylor.
Just because
hair's like stuck in my eyelashes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's why I rock a mohawk.
I couldn't leave it.
My mohawk doesn't get stuck in the microphone as bad,
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'd look as good with one of those.
You never know, Bree. You never know. I'm sure Daniel probably brought his razor.
We never will know.
Daniel brought his razor. You can make some bets. I'm just saying.
No.
He is. He is. He has like a pair of pit vipers on, a wig, and a hat. It didn't even look like him when he was walking up. Again, right now we're getting doing recovery for Wade. Wade has he's stuck on the hill. He kind of got just kind of took a little bit of a bad bounce, and that back tire got just enough where it undercut, spun him over. Again, hated to see that for Wade. Obviously, he's still going to send it all weekend. And we have a ton of bouncers. I think we're 4 bouncers in out of about 20 this weekend. So super excited. I see Justin Wills over the sitting line. He has his spare mounted to the back of it. So
He's just trying to be like an Ultra 4 car.
I don't know if that's a weight thing, or he just thought, hey, this will be easier for mounting it, or maybe trying to if he rolls over, hopefully hits that, bounces back on all 4 tires. So he was down here playing earlier today, just sending it up hills. If you watch the hill number 2, the number is like number 6 or 7, but it's the course, the second hill they go up today. He was throwing like dump truck loads of dirt as he was flying up the hill. Again, doing a great job down here pre-running this afternoon. We've seen a lot of side-by-sides hitting the big tabletops, which were pretty cool to watch. Again, it'll be just another minute before we get Wade recovered. What's up, little Tim Bacon? What's up, buddy?
Hey, Taylor, do we have that interview with Dan and Clayton? Let's pull that up while we're waiting for them to get Wade recovered off the hill.
This is a Reclaimed Racing rig, technically, so I feel like that's still...
Wade's on the Reclaimed Racing team,
yeah.
So here we go. Let's catch up a little bit with Dan and Clayton.
All right. What's up, everybody? We're here with National Rock Racing Association at our finals here at MidAmerica Outdoors, and we're with the Reclaim Racing team. We got a few buggies going on. What's the plan for this weekend?
So we're just going to come out, try to finish the hills. I'm going to be running Tyrant. Clayton, he's pretty much settled in the Misfit, and then Wade's going to run Gold Rush again. And it's just He's the man to drive it. So.
Yeah.
He is. But, man, speaking of driving, at Bikini Bottoms, was that 2 weekends ago? Clayton, man, you had a wild ride. I asked him just a minute ago. We got to ask him on camera now. What did that feel like when you were basically like this, almost going inverted? Did you know where you were when you landed? What was going through your head?
I had no idea where I was at. I mean, I was just wanting to get to the ground. It felt like I was in the air for 10 minutes.
It just about looked like it, too. That was, you guys have to go back and watch that on some reruns if you missed that at Bikini Bottoms. But
just get it to the ground and get on the wheels.
That's about all you can do sometimes. So have you guys looked at the hills yet?
Yeah, we're just now checking them out.
Okay.
And it's our first time. I was out here earlier in the year for Knockout.
Okay.
And I've never seen none of this. Yeah. We just come over to check them out. And my goal, just finish the hills. His is to drive like Wade.
Yeah.
I mean, he's showing that he can do that.
Clearly. Got that green check mark for the last race.
So I made this like scale we talked about on the show where you had your full sin, and then you have your moderate sin, and then you have your conservative sin. Yeah. So are you just going for full sin every time?
Yes.
Like,
As long as we land it,
there is no scale for Clayton.
We've decided that he's going to hold it till he hits the limiter twice and then back it to about 70 degrees on the pedal and see where that lands,
Yeah,
So.
I think that's fair.
And if that don't work, just hold it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, my other question for you guys was, obviously you've kind of like collected this fleet of rock bouncers. Where did this start for you? I mean, is this what you intended? That, hey, this one's great. Let's add it to the collection.
No, I didn't intend on having a whole fleet. So I bought Gold Rush to race it, and then I bought Outlaw for the boys to race to bring them with me. And the first race at Renrock, Gold Rush broke, and it's been down all year. So the Outlaw buggy just kept breaking, so we almost threw the towel. It ain't worth double running that buggy. And then we lucked into getting Misfit, and Gold Rush was still broke, and we sold the Outlaw buggy, and then I just was offered Tyrant, come up for sale, and I wasn't even looking for a buggy, but at that time Gold Rush was still broke, and I wanted to race too, so at the same time I bought Tyrant, the motor was done for Gold Rush, so we went from having one buggy that barely worked, so now we got 3 competitive buggies, and everybody said, are you just going to buy them all? And I'm like, I didn't intend on buying all these, but like I just set out to race. I won the rock race, and it has cost me a kidney and 2 of my kids, the firstborn kids. But it's been fun. We've met great people. Now, like I say, I'm trying to finish now what I started, and that's the hills. I started just trying to finish the hills. We've been out all year, and now I just, everybody. I don't know like there's any like Wade. They're in their own category. I try to drive like Clayton. This is who I race most of the time, and then I just race him. But I love seeing him finish good every time. So it's been fun, and we're just gonna see where it goes, really.
All right. Well, we love having the Reclaimed Racing team join the family this season. Good luck this weekend. We got 4 hills for you guys to come out and do your thing. So we're excited to see it. Thanks for chatting with us.
Yep. And congrats on your run.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
It was wild, but it was fun.
Matt, take notes.
Yeah, for real.
All right.
And we're back. I think I hear Wade getting fired up on the hill up there.
I hope you guys enjoyed that little interview with Dan Bowman and Clayton Smith from the Reclaimed Racing team. Get to know them a little bit better.
Yeah.
Hear from them a little more.
Again, I'll still never forget it. I remember Dan at his very first race at Windrock this year. He said he was kind of giggling, and he said, "Hey, I don't care if I've got to stop and use my turn signal at each coil." He said, "Each turn." I said, "I'm just here to have a good time and here to learn." And it meant so much to me. His heart was so like, a lot of times guys come into the sport, they're super cocky. They're, I'm the best there ever was. I'm going to beat everybody. He came in with just like, "Hey, I'm here to have a good time, and I don't care if it goes slow or not. I'm here to have fun." And obviously, he has done great work so far with his buggies. And again, obviously showing out quite a bit. Again, his son did an amazing job last weekend with that wild ride. Looked like something Bobby Tanner would do. So, again, so far doing an awesome job. I was kind of scrolling through the comments. Justin Holt was in there. Justin Holt, Reject Fab. He was saying, hey, there's some Reject Fab buggies here, too. And, there are a few.
There's quite a few out here.
Gold Rush Reclaimed, Misfit, Modern Barney, Money Shot, 8 Up. Yeah, I think that's all of them that are here. But, yeah, 5. Was that 5?
We were talking about the Timmy buggies just because this is
Yes.
the first time he's been out here
Yes.
all season. But, yeah, definitely we've got quite a lineup of Reject Fab buggies out here also, including the one that is sitting on the line right now.
High Society Off-Road Buggy. We got Wide Open Design Buggies. There's 3 or 4 guys that are here. So
Got a
Wide
good
Open
representation.
Wide Open Design has at least one buggy out here I know of.
We had someone ask about whether Daniel Heckley was here or not. Yeah, he is, and he will be racing. It just won't be in Hellbent. Do they know what he's going to be racing yet, Matt? Should we tell him, or just wait till he comes to the line?
Yeah, we can wait till he comes to the line.
All right.
Yeah. You can drop that info here in a minute.
Let's see who can name which
Yes.
buggy it is first, because I'm not going to lie.
Yes.
I barely recognized
Yes.
it when I first saw it today.
I immediately
It's been so long.
recognized it, and I was just very excited to see it here.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it meant at the time, but I was excited to see it here.
Daniel is here. He will be racing. You guys will see him out here in a little while. Justin Wills is on the line now. What do you think he's planning on doing with that tire, that spare tire?
Yeah, I don't know. We were saying, is that a counterbalance, or I thought maybe he was thinking if he rolls down the hill, it might be soften the blow a little bit if he lands backwards. Say he launches back too far and lands on the back. Maybe it's helped soften the blow. Maybe it's a little. Again, we got some massive jumps out here. He is flying right now. Okay, he choked up a little bit. It still left tires left the ground there. That motor absolutely sings. Go, baby, go. Again, absolutely just ripping up that hill in that buggy. You can hear that exhaust just, again, the 180-degree header kind of coming out the front. Looks amazing and obviously sounds pretty incredible, too.
Justin Wills is 5th in points coming into this weekend in the bouncer class. Brandon Davis is 1st in points. I had somebody ask that.
Oh, baby. Wow. Just powering up that hill.
Right on the camera lens, too. Justin says the spare tire is for weight displacement.
Okay, I like it.
That's what my spare tire is for, too.
Yeah. I love you, Bree. Oh, my goodness. There we go. And launching through the finishing line. 99.888 for Justin Wills. That is her new fastest time. We got Money Shot sitting up in the starting gate. Another reject chassis there.
Cooper Bentley.
That was originally built for Timmy Stortson. Timmy Stortson has since moved to Florida. Now he's like a captain of a boat or something.
Captain Sorensen.
He's the captain. Yeah, he is the captain now. I'm the captain now. He's a good buddy of mine. Timmy's a great guy. He started out in Hillbilly Deluxe and then had Reject build him a chassis. Went to a turbo buggy. Raced it for a little while, and then Cutter, his son, started racing motocross. They kind of started doing more of that, and he ended up selling that, and now he's moved to Florida. He was inviting me out the other day to come hang out, so I was like, okay, you twisted my arm.
Cooper Bentley is 3rd in points right now coming into the weekend. I'll give you your top 5 in points. It's Brandon Davis, then Daniel Heckley, then Cooper Bentley, then Wade Good, and then Justin Wills. This is already Cooper's 3rd time out on the course today. He raced in the UTV Cup class, broke a belt, unfortunately, then raced in the Bounty class and had the fastest time. And now he's out here laying down a nice, smooth run so far in the bouncer class. Cooper's getting his money's worth this weekend. He said, sign me up for all of them. Bet we could even get him in a little 200 if he had the option.
I believe it. We have several.
You'll have to get him in that youth class.
Yeah, we had several drivers down there talking about it this morning, about the 200 class, saying that we would. We need to make a 200 adult class and just run the
my
same
gosh,
buggy
I
for
think
everyone.
It'd be so funny. No. I want to do a land rush start.
Oh, man.
All the little 200s with an adult driver.
Yeah.
Our knees would be bashed into the dash, but that would be okay. That would be hilarious.
It's like off-road bumper cars, essentially what it would be.
We might need some donations.
Oh, no!
Oh, Cooper, come on!
Oh, no!
Wait. Oh. No. Come on, Coop.
Yeah, man, you hate to see that again. Heck of a run by Cooper Bentley. Man.
Do we have a replay, Taylor? Let's try and let's see exactly what happened here.
At least he didn't roll. Yeah, at least he didn't roll over in the mud.
You know what? Cooper was 3rd in points, and Wade was 4th in points, and they both rolled over on course 1 now. I don't know what these guys are doing. They're just keeping it tight, I guess. Let's check out the replay.
Again, was definitely flying the downhill section. You can watch right here that rear end donkey kicks, and he had already started cutting the other way, and just the momentum just brought it over.
Small chance that he could have Bobby Tannered out of that,
but
that would have been tough.
I'm with you.
I don't know.
There was a very micro chance there.
But you know what? Cooper also has 3 more hills to race for this weekend. So,
Ryan Edwards says, "Tell Clyde to do a pick bike series next year." That would be good.
No.
That would be good. But I like the 200 because you have a cage, so you can watch guys kind of bang the doors a little more.
Never trust a pit bike.
Yeah.
Boo to the pit bikes.
Oh, my goodness.
A beater derby is what Taylor says.
I'm saying the 200. Just literally find a company just to let us rent a bunch for a land rush start, race them all.
It's almost like we know a lot of people out here that have old beaters.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
A lot of old Cherokees.
Yeah. I mean, 2 of the 3,
I wonder how many old, Cherokees, whatever, between everybody out here.
Oh,
how many do you think
I think Bowman at one point had 20.
What?
We could call Dex. We could call Dex and be like, Dex, we need 20 Cherokees.
That would definitely tip the balance.
We just need 20 Cherokees to run.
All right, Clayton Smith is on the line. Our 3rd reclaimed racing team member out on the course today in that reclaimed Misfit bouncer. Clayton sure put on one heck of a show at Bikini Bottoms 2 weeks ago. We talked about it. Look at him drifting that corner.
Dude.
We talked about it a little bit in that interview. I hope you guys caught about 10 minutes ago we played that. I think Clayton has built up a little confidence in Misfit at this point.
I think to say he has a lot of confidence in that.
And I think he's had Wade Good
yes.
telling him to let her eat.
Yeah, that Wade Good energy.
It's a vibe. All right, that's hill 1. All right, across the foothills of the Mickey Thompson mountainside here. Back up hill 2.
Go, baby, go.
Come on, Clayton.
Come on.
So far, so good. He already got further than Cooper and Wade.
Yes.
Think about it that way.
Yeah. Again, they had some wild rides going in.
Jack says they're going to have to freshen that motor up.
Yeah.
That's what the off-season's for,
right? Yeah. It's got 3 more races we got to survive.
It only has to make it through Saturday right now. 9.805. That is your new fastest time.
Wow.
Right in front of Justin Wills, who had a 9.888.
Wow.
Holy cow. And of course, this huge, and that's how close their times are.
It is.
That's impressive.
And we got Brandon Davis sitting on the starting gate. And I promise you, Brandon is definitely going to try to knock down that 99-second run. Is he? I don't know. And then we got Daniel Heckley literally pulling up right behind him. So
there is our leaderboard as it stands right now. Clayton in the lead, followed by Justin Wills, Chris Grigg, and Daniel Bowman. And then we had 3 DNFs and Brandon Davis on the line.
You know he's going to try to smash this.
All right, let's see how old Menace handles these hills.
Menace is a good buggy. Right, Taylor?
Talking about it like it's a horse
Taylor?
or something.
Right, Taylor?
Menace is a good old boy.
Taylor's favorite buggy is Menace. And I think it's just the IFS gives it such a...
It's good looking and it's a good performer. I mean,
it's that front end just sits really low. Again, the IFS works very well at some courses. Brandon will say that big ledges obviously doesn't do as well on. So we'll see how this run goes.
I don't think he's going to have a problem with that today. We don't have any big enough ledges.
Yeah, I don't think 80 grand would quite get that buggy bought.
Taylor's trying to make plans. Of how he can acquire Menace for himself.
Yeah, he might let you rent it for $80,000 for the weekend. I think he's right. He's just making sure he's going up the right hill.
Probably double checking.
Yeah.
Making sure that's his turn.
I promise you, that's exactly what he was doing. He kind of rolled up, and you could see him kind of halfway glance at the first one. He's like, nope, not it.
Counting, 1, 2. All right, this is it. The time to beat right now is a 99.80 from Clayton Smith.
I feel like it is.
I don't think so.
All right.
It is.
99.281, your new fastest time. And literally, we have 3 times that are all within 0.6 of a second. Oh, my goodness. Wow. That is incredible. That is crazy.
On a 1.5-minute long course.
Yes, it's that.
They're getting that close to each other.
And that's what people don't understand. This is a 1.5 minutes long. Literally 1 minute and 39 seconds for a course. And we have 3 times that are within 0.6 of a second.
Matt.
Yes.
Look who's on the starting line.
So
Daniel Heckley.
When I saw this, I thought it was Matt Schuster because last week he's
just listen to it for a second.
I know it's an amazing buggy. So we were last week at Dyersburg, or 2 weeks ago at Dyersburg. I was telling Matt, you need to come, you need to show up, it'll be a great time. And he said, well, the buggy's kind of hurt. I said, dude, who cares? Just come on out, it'll be a great time. And I saw it, and I was like, Matt's gonna race.
Made it.
And then they're like, no, that's not Matt, that's Daniel.
Well, if you haven't figured it out, this is the Bad Attitude buggy, Matt Schuster's first bouncer. I kind of forgot. I didn't know he still had it.
Attitude.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Bad Attitude.
Yeah.
It's attitude.
Oh, well, it's
Matt corrected me. He said it's bad influence and attitude. And I was like, I thought it was bad attitude. He's like, no, it's attitude and bad influence.
Well, it sounds like it's got a bad attitude
I
today.
said, anyone who's met Matt knows Matt's a bad influence. I'm like, that should be appropriately named buggy. So, yeah, no, this is attitude buggy. And obviously, those of you who have been watching the series for a while, remember this buggy at Dyersburg. Do literally a double somersault gainer backflip twist on the it's in the intro. You go watch it. It's probably one of the most insane things I've ever seen a bouncer do.
It's safe to say it's been a while since this thing has been out.
Yes.
And seen some hill killing action. Glad to see that Daniel was able to find a ride for this weekend and get out here and defend those points. He is sitting second coming into this weekend in the bouncer class.
And he is nipping on Brandon's heels trying to take that. There we go. That's going to be a quick time.
101.925 for Daniel Heckley.
Again, right there.
With like zero seat time, I'm sure.
And again, these runs are just getting just insanely quick right now.
Bryant says one of the best sounding buggies. It's definitely got such a unique sound. Haley and I were in the RV this morning, and we could hear it ripping back and forth on the road. We're like, what? Whose buggy is that? What is
Yeah,
we could not figure out who it was.
It raps out. It sounds a lot like Justin Will's buggy, that high pitch.
It does. I thought it was Justin's at first, and they were like, no, it's not quite right. Colby Reich out on the course.
Again, Colby taking a podium win this season. Again, he committed beginning of the season. He said, I'm really excited. He said, I've rearranged my schedule. I've set some money aside. We're going to commit to the full season this year, and ended up getting a season win at a regular race this season. So we're super excited to see that. And sending it right now.
All right, I got to say it just for tradition's sake. 8 Up is about to go straight up these hills.
He's doing very, very well. Again, you're going to try to keep that momentum moving there.
We also have to give Colby a shout-out for just always being willing to run in and help, with recovery or safety or a medical issue. He's a trained EMT, I believe.
Yes.
And he will jump in and help anywhere, any way he can. So we definitely appreciate that. So many of our drivers do that, of course.
Yes.
But especially want to give Colby those props, too. We're not exactly sure where he went up at the top right now, though.
He shut it off, they said.
Uh-oh.
He's out of the way. Uh-oh, he's out.
Uh-oh. That's never a good sign.
Bill Blaisdell, one of our... Oh, he took his helmet off. He's not happy. Man. Dang it. Hey, tell Clyde he's out of the way. Hey, Taylor. Tell Clyde his buggy's out of the way. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
We're getting word from Bill that Colby said the belt came off, which is super frustrating because he's fought that all season long. So, again, you hate to see that. Man.
Yeah, didn't he have that issue at Bikini Bottoms?
He's had it 3 or 4 times this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I look to see him to have either some big pulleys next year with a massive sidewall or something. I know a few years ago we had several drivers who were plagued by that, Max Schuessler being one of them. There were a couple of them throwing belts, so it was kind of crazy. What's up, Justin Wills? What's up,
on over there?
Hey, you want to come up here in the booth with us?
We've got Justin Wills joining us up here in the booth while they work on getting Colby recovered.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
What's up, buddy? So we were speculating on the tire mount. We got a couple people in live feed were commenting. What's up with the tire on the back?
So you see all these big tabletops?
Yeah.
I wanted to fly.
Send it? You're like,
yeah.
Just Superman through there?
We've been having time with donkey kicks in the rear. And,
yeah.
Yeah, you want to fly without a lawn dart at the end?
Yeah. So I took it a little easy this one. We played out to here this morning. Kept getting a little faster and faster. And still faster a little bit, but I still got a lot more.
Yeah. So. The buggy was screaming through there.
Yeah.
Have you seen these times?
Bro.
Yeah.
How close you guys all are?
Yeah, I see
That's
that.
crazy.
I see that. It definitely seemed like I was going a whole lot faster in the
it always does.
than everybody else.
Does.
Yeah.
But I come in, made that turn for hill 1 and caught the edge of it, and with the water, I didn't hit my initial mark.
Yeah.
And the whole way up, it was bicycling back and forth and just trying to make it up hill 1. Everything else turned out pretty good. But
and kept your momentum. Luckily, kept the momentum going up. Even though it was kind of sloshing side to side, you still kept getting progress there. Yeah. So, but, again, kind of important.
But I am going to tell you, these 3 DNFs, Wade, Cooper, and and Colby.
Yep.
I don't know if you look for season, but we're coming for 3rd place.
Uh-oh.
So we sure are.
Yeah, it's going to be a race the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
You were in 5th coming into this weekend.
Yeah.
You had Wade ahead of you, and then Cooper.
Yeah.
Daniel and Brandon.
Wow.
I was 50. I want to say 50-some points off of Cooper. So.
Yep.
We just gained about 30, so.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can.
It'll be interesting.
Let's see what we can do.
What do you think about these courses out here?
I love MidAmerica.
Yeah.
I mean, the hills are great. I would say that it's not really a rollover type of place, but I have rolled over across the finish line before.
You have.
That's
you have
right.
really rolled through the finish line.
Yeah.
What do you think about the short course section? You like that?
Oh, yeah. I love it.
I love it too. It's fun.
Not everybody likes it.
Yeah. So. This guy,
That's
I tell
right.
you, this guy.
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead and talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we bought a Pro 4 truck, and we're going to join the National Pro Series next year. And I don't know exactly who will be driving it. I don't know if I'll be driving it, if I'll have somebody driving it. The goal is, right now we got some parts on order. Hopefully we'll have the parts by the end of November, get it all back together, and hopefully I can rent a track somewhere. Bring a couple different people out and hit a couple laps.
Where does that series run out of? Is it local to you?
No, I'm in North Carolina.
Nothing's local to you.
Nothing's local.
Start talking about Pro 4s, trophy trucks.
Yeah.
It's all over.
It's all out.
So we'll be at Crandon twice, a West Coast race, Missouri.
So Midwest,
nope,
West
not
Coast.
Local.
Yeah, Midwest and West Coast.
Like I'm way over here, and it's way up here.
Nobody races in North Carolina.
No. But the first.
I hear Tim Cameron online.
One to watch.
This is the new TC built buggy.
Jack Porter.
Yeah. So TC is filling in for Jack Porter, but this is his new buggy. He just unveiled it last night. Got some cool videos. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
We did play a brief walk-around video right before we started the bouncer class, just to give you guys a little more up-close view.
Wow. Jeez. He is taking off in full send. Wow. Again, taking off hard. We're going to see again. He's done a little testing and tuning. Wow, he is.
He's been racing dirt track all season too.
He has.
This corner out there looked pretty.
He did. He came around that. He came around that corner darn near sideways. He is setting a pace right now. If he can keep this, that's definitely New Year leader right there. Holy cow!
There's a lot of course still left,
Wow.
and we thought the same thing about Wade though.
Again, this is really rare because he went to a single shock per corner. We're used to seeing a shock and a bypass. Kind of ditched the bypasses, went to an internally valve one with the reservoir. So a little different thing. Obviously a little harder to tune the shockability there, but a little bit lighter as well, so shave some weight. You can move a little faster. We'll see what he's going to do on the second hill. That exhaust sounds incredible.
The rear engine also is fairly unique out here.
I think he's our only rear-mounted engine racing today.
The only one out here today. We've had a couple over the years.
Brandon's kind of side next to him, but Timmy's the only rear-mounted engine this weekend racing with us. Man.
Oh, man. What's this time going to be?
Yeah. 8:3.450. Almost 15 seconds, 16 seconds faster than second place. Oh, my goodness. And I think, honestly, here's why I'm going to say that was so much faster. The straightaways.
Oh, he was crushing it along.
He was 10 seconds faster than the straightaway, probably. Yep. So I think being able to come out and just absolutely hammer it down in that straightaway. And we had talked a little about that, some of the drivers this morning. The guys who have that high gear, me and Chris Griggs was one of the guys saying, the guys who are able to hit that high gear can make up a lot of time. So I think that's really going to come into play. The guys who have those higher gears who can really push it. Again, Timmy just setting the world on fire. Wow.
Ooh, that means he just moved Brandon Davis down to second place with a 99.2, and then Clayton Smith with a 99.80. Justin Wills behind him with a 99.88.
We had three drivers within 0.6 of a second apart. Yep. And that's incredible.
All right. I'll see y'all. Appreciate
Nick
it.
Reich.
All right. See you, Justin. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
This is Nick Reich coming out of that Wisconsin crew. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Jack Porter's never went that fast. Yeah, he's going to rake. Jack's going to rake in a lot of points this weekend. Again, Nick coming out of Wisconsin. He is flying on that short course section as well.
Zilla.
Again, one of our Ford buggies racing this weekend. Both Ford buggies also have Ford in the title. Again, he's a chromoly chassis that was built by Jake Pike, so definitely those uphill sections, I would say him and Larry Krogh, you can see him and Larry Krogh literally just throw the buggy up the hill. Clyde was on the radio saying, hey, this buggy's actually made this course in two-wheel drive.
We have seen Jake Pike throw down on this hill at finals before. What was that, 2021?
Yeah, probably. There we go. Go, baby, go. It's going to be a quick time. Again, being super light has a huge advantage when you're trying to throw something up these big, steep vertical hills with these big ledges. Again, running a Ford big block, obviously. Yeah, we love our cameraman. That's a great-looking shot there with all the light coming through. That beautiful Ford buggy rolling down. That's going to be a quick time. Wow.
101.457. Not bad from Nick Wright.
That tops.
Jack says that was a different buggy. You're right. It was the one with the no hind end looking on it. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know how else to describe it. Definitely have seen some beat downs out here from Jake Pike and the Ford Zilla. And now from Nick Reich, real smooth run.
Those top 5, those top 6 times are just so fast. Again, we got Jay Storts out there on the line.
Taylor, do we have a real quick leaderboard that we can put up? Just to let everyone visualize. Timmy in the lead with that 83, and then Brandon Davis with a 99.2. Clayton Smith with a 99.80, and Justin Wills with a 99.88. Nick Reich with that 101.4, your top 5 right now. And then Daniel Heckley right behind him with that 101.9.
Yeah.
Chris Grigg and Daniel Bowman rounding it out. We have several bouncers still to go. We are on Hill 1 for the Brandick Motorsports Bouncer class. If you guys are just joining us, we still have lots of racing to go today. We've got 3 more classes after this.
This is crazy.
And it looks like Jay Storts is on the line.
Again, I'm kind of curious why Jay is not in Ford play right now.
Did you not see the Facebook post?
No.
They had more motor problems.
Oh, jeez. Man.
He has had some really rough luck this season.
And definitely had an awesome run at Dyersburg. I mean, just was making that buggy scream.
Hey, you know what? This is why it comes in handy to have a backup bouncer.
It does. Yeah, one day
everybody needs a backup bouncer.
I was talking at Rush Springs, and I was like, oh, yeah, but, this buggy's good. He said, which, again, still got plenty of horsepower, and it's a very durable buggy, been driven by a couple different drivers, always done very, very well. He said, yeah, but it's like half the horsepower and twice as heavy. So just, having twice the horsepower and half the weight definitely does a lot better. But still, this Showstopper 2.0 is a heck of a buggy. Shelby St. Clair says, I missed TC's run. Hit that replay button. Yeah. Timmy came out and made a statement today.
Well, if you blinked, you would have missed it.
Yeah.
So,
go, Jay, go.
Fashion.
Yeah, again, I think where Timmy really made that time up was just the flat section here. He was
hauling for sure.
He was considerable amount faster than the rest of the buggies. I mean, just absolutely flying through there.
Where did Jay go?
Come on, Jay, get up there. That buggy is a heavy buggy.
There he is.
Yeah, Ryan, that's what we were just kind of talking about. Jay had some rough luck. Again, taking a piston, putting through the oil pan, just really, really stunk at this year. And again, I'm glad that he got to rev his engine up because we all got to hear it echo through that hauler. It was super, super neat. Wow. Speaking of having a motor.
Come on, Jay.
Echoing through the holler here. Again, Jay, having an awesome run of that Ford motor. Love to see the buggy getting out there and ripping. Unfortunately, sometimes it's a motor, sometimes it's a $2 bolt.
Come on, Jay. Through the finish line. .126.080 for Jay Storts. And we've got Richard Hodges pulling up to the line now. He is our last bouncer for Hill 1. Richard drew number 13. So in case you don't know the significance of that in the series, whoever draws number 13 has the option to stay in the 13th spot or go first or go last. Richard chose to go last.
And he chose to go last, which is great for a couple reasons for this course specifically. A lot of these ledges, because you can see guys hammering down, like we just saw Jay out there ripping on it. You can hear a lot of these guys just absolutely mashing it on some of these ledges. So a lot of the course will get, smoothed out quite a bit throughout the day. So we'll see times get a little quicker. You've seen times there for a while. We're getting quicker each run. Again, just being able to smooth that out a little bit. That luck of the draw comes into play. Again, I'm really glad he got 13. Wow.
Richard.
I think he left the ground at the top and landed at the bottom, but he was only like 6 inches off the ground, but it would literally carry through like the entire jump, I'm sure.
Matt, I don't think Dorothy's in Kansas anymore.
She is definitely not in Kansas anymore, although we're close to Kansas.
Technically, she's still not in Kansas, though.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Dorothy's throwing down in Oklahoma today.
It is. Definitely moving. And they were having some overheating issues with this buggy. They came and cut some side panels out. He ordered some fans, some new radiator fans. They will be here at O'Reilly's either late tonight or early tomorrow morning, so he'll get those put on. He said, so if you see me pull off the course in the middle of the course, it's because it got too hot. I said, okay. Again, you can see one of the panels they opened up, and then he also changed. He'll be changing out some fans later tonight. Again, just help keep it cool. Getting long runs like this, buggies start to get a little warm. Go, baby, go. And just because you made it up the first half doesn't mean you're done. There's several pretty good-sized ledges back there. Again, the later you run, usually the better it is. Those kind of turn into highways by the end of the day.
You can't relax until you pass that checkered flag.
Yeah. And that last downhill section, we've seen several guys get wiped out from that. Whoa, there we go. Oh, airing it out the top. .115.392 for Richard Hodgins. Again, having a smoking run there. Great to see he was able to get some points out of that. I see.
All right, we've got that leaderboard to put up there. That wraps up course 1 for the Brannick Motorsports Bouncer class. Tim Cameron racing for Jack Porter's points today in the lead, followed by Brandon Davis, Clayton Smith, Justin Wheels, Nick Reich, Daniel Heckley, Chris Grigg, Richard Hodges, Jay Storts, and Daniel Bowman. That means that we are now ready to move into our Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class. We are halfway through our day of racing out here, Matt. We've got 3 classes under our belts. We finished UTV Cup, UTV Bounty, and our Bouncer class. We are now on to our UTV stock class, followed by the VIN class, and then our UTV youth class. And we will be right back after this.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
And we're back. We have Brandon Davis sitting in the line in that poor little Can-Am that takes so much abuse.
I don't know. I mean, it's had a long life, but a happy life.
It is. It has had a happy life. It's usually on the podium.
It is fulfilling its purpose.
Consistently, it's on the podium. So I do like the fact it's had a pretty good life.
We've got Chris Grigg up here with us. Chris, we always joke about this little Can-Am that's been put through the ringer. Like 3 seasons now he's raced it in stock and cup class.
Yeah,
and it's just like always just coming out, doing its thing, holding together. So
yeah, this is definitely pushing the UTV guys that are running multiple classes on the same day in the same rig.
Yes, we are used to racing or splitting up our UTV Cup and Bounty classes between Fridays and Saturdays. We're running everybody today. So it's a little bit of a marathon for our drivers that are racing multiple classes. Taylor, let's see what Brandon's doing out on the course. There he is.
Trey Williams said, "Hey, can you play TC run?" I goes, "I dropped coverage."
Yeah. We have moved on. We got too much racing still to do today. Y'all have to go back and rewatch that after it's been posted.
Whoa, Brandon is floating through there.
We got to remember that Brandon has done his fair share of track racing before, too.
He has. He was flying. He's another guy that left the top there and landed at the bottom. But those Can-Am suspension are so dialed in. I mean, again, like I said, we did Clyde's at Moab, and I mean, you couldn't even tell. It's like riding a couch, you know. It's just, it's so comfy. Everything was dialed in. We also had obviously a big setup.
Sounds nice.
It was so much fun. We were also Clyde also had a very large set of Mickey Thompson stinky tires in there too, which again also helped quite a bit. But
you say, did he miss a turn?
Yeah, taking a pause, but taking a quick pause there.
Coming through the foothills of the Mickey Thompson mountainside.
Again, this is the UTV stock class. That's why the course looks a little different. These guys are running a little different course today because this is the UTV stock class. It should be a little easier for them. This is more of an entry-level class, so if you have a side-by-side and want to come race with us, come on out. Again, we'll be here. We'll be here all weekend.
79.471. That is Brandon Davis setting the bar for the rest of the Rock Life stock class. Chris, you had a pretty good run in the bouncer today. What did you think of this course out here?
It's a good course. It's great to be back out here at MidAmerica. It's been 2 years since I've been out here. I was at finals in 2021.
It's changed a lot since you've been out here, huh?
Yes, it has.
And your buggy's changed a lot, too.
Yes, it has.
What you're driving has definitely changed the most, I'd say.
Got Jay Storts out on the course there, again, trying to make a quick time on that flat track. We noticed you went with a 40-inch tire instead of the 43. There was some debate online what size it was. Why did you decide to go with the 40-inch tire?
Just to try and free up some horsepower. We're kind of down on the horsepower, and I figured that shorter tire might help it get some more wheel speed up to courses.
Yeah, and again, not there are some big ledges here, but nothing super crazy, so hopefully that'll pay off for you this weekend.
Yeah, they're a set of 40 SX2 stickies.
Yeah, the sticky definitely makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
So
pretty much got to have that these days.
But it's always funny going back and watching. Me and my nephews and my cousins were watching. I had about 8 little kids. We were watching some videos, and we were watching a video from 10 years ago, and it was amazing to see the guys with stickies versus without stickies. How much of a difference it really made.
I remember when stickies were like the new thing out, you know, and it was like cool. You need the stickies.
And like there's a few guys like, oh, they're the fad. Now there's everybody runs some type of sticky.
Uh-oh. Is he doing the same thing Brandon had to do?
Well, both of these guys just ran the bouncer class, so they're both like, wait a minute. Again.
Yeah, on the bouncer class, you can come all the way outside of the flags.
And these guys have to hit these little hop-ups here. So.
And Jay is 4th in points coming into this weekend in the stock class. You know what? He's had some heck of bad luck in the bouncer class. Maybe.
Whoa! Wow!
Maybe things will look up for him a little bit in the stock class.
86.148 for Jay Storts as he launches through the finish line there. Again, both these guys have ran, big bouncers and side-by-side today. So that's why they were kind of pausing, like, wait, which way do I go again?
That's a lot to keep up with.
Oh, yeah.
Jay had an 86.148. And we've got another one of our stand-ins or stunt doubles that is out here today. Dustin Havens is going to be getting a few points for Dan Carter. He did this also in our UTV Cup and Bounty class. All 3 of our UTV classes, I guess. Going to be collecting those points. Let's see if he actually hits the hill this time. He stayed on the level ground for the last 2 classes, and just got that the minimum points for Dan.
Is he going
to actually hit the hills?
Looks like it.
It looks like he means business.
He is
there
flying.
He goes.
He's coming in hot.
I mean, he is moving in that 4-seater.
Now, 4-seaters are a lot more capable than most people give them credit for.
And again, on these long hills, the 4-seater really makes a difference.
Oh, I guarantee with that extra wheelbase.
Come on, stay in it. Oh, we lost an axle.
His wife.
Maybe.
He said, my wife will not be happy if I break this.
Yeah, we usually don't tell my mom when we race Big Booty Judy.
That's very wise. Yeah, that's more of
I don't know how that scratch got on there. That's weird.
And again, another driver having trouble with that turn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those courses where you definitely want to ask for forgiveness instead of permission. Because that'd be a hard no.
Well, I know we've had Shanda on here watching the live feed. I don't know if she's watching currently. But we had a few people egging Dustin on after his first 2 non-attempts. So he's like, all right, guys, watch this. 97.702. Not bad, not bad. Our current leader is Brandon Davis with a 79, and then Jay Storts with an 86, and Dustin Havens for Dan Carter with a 97. We've got Daniel Heckley on the line now. Yes, Daniel Heckley. Daniel is 3rd in points, right behind Braden Upchurch.
That sounded so quiet. He let off the gas, and I was like, is this electric? What's going on here? Oh, wow. Splashing through that puddle.
Right through the water.
I feel like something broke off just all of a sudden.
Skimming right by those flags. The flags are a 30-second penalty, as usual, so these guys got to watch out. All right, Shanna said she is here. What'd you think of Dustin's run?
Yeah, he was flying.
Nice and smooth. Chris, are we going to be seeing you out for all of next season, or what are your plans for 2024?
That is the plan, to run the full season. We got a little behind this year getting started, so we didn't come in till Good Evening Ranch in West Virginia, but we are going to be out all next season. Next year is the plan.
Awesome.
And building a new chassis, you wait on parts usually a lot of times, and you can't get this part, so you put the next part together, and some of that takes a little time longer.
Yeah, we got really lucky. Parts really weren't a big deal. It was just
just time. This, well, actually, if you even go back to a year to date and told me that I'd be in a wide open design chassis, I'd look at you like you were crazy.
77.548 for Daniel Heckley. That is your new fastest time. Course 1 for the stock class. But we've still got Braden Upchurch on the line. And Braden is sitting second in points right above Daniel Heckley coming into this weekend. So you weren't expecting to ever be in a wide open design chassis.
Because you bought another chassis before that, right?
Yeah, I bought a chassis before that. Just found some things on it I didn't like.
What did you start in? Remind me. Jeep?
Yeah, I was in that orange and white Jeep buggy is what I started racing
yeah.
in.
Which was still pretty famous.
Slightly different from a wide open design buggy.
Still pretty famous.
Oh, yeah.
And so after that, you sold that and bought a chassis.
Yeah, we had wide open do a heavy roller on it, do all the shocks, axle, suspension, mount to motor, transmission, transfer case, and then we took it back home, took delivery on it start of February and finished everything out, and we were racing in July.
There you go.
So still working the kinks out, getting a few bugs out, trying to do some R&D this year.
Well, it's a process.
Yeah. Oh, that's the truth.
And about the time you get it figured out, then we switch courses and you go to a short course and big hills, and then next week we're at dirt. And again, it's always that's one reason I love our series. We race at so many different style courses, and we have uphills and downhills and turns and jumps, and it really shows that all-around racer, kind of stands out a little bit better. Which again, like I said, today TC was on fire.
Oh yeah.
Braden's doing an excellent job right now.
He is sitting on his little jumps.
Class. Representing for that Rock Life Off-Road in the Rock Life Off-Road stock class. Woo, 77.882 right behind Daniel Heckley. Daniel with a 77.5 and Braden with a 77.8. Then Brandon Davis with a 79. Jay Storts with an 86 and Dustin Havens for Dan Carter with a 97. That is your Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class, Course 1. That means we are ready to move on to our VIN class now.
I heard Justin getting fired up.
While we get that VIN class lined up, we will be right back after this.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
We are back with Charles Carriss on the line, ready to start off Course 1 for our VIN class. Charles is sitting first in points right now coming into this weekend. He's got a pretty healthy lead. 873 points for Charles, and then Justin, who is in second place with 618 points. So a really comfortable lead for Charles. Then we've got Don Curtis in third with 573 points. And then those are really our only – they're the only three that are here this weekend, so they're the only three that matter as far as points go right now.
Really, yeah. Again, Charles, we talked a little bit to him and did an interview and kind of explained what we're talking about as far as changes he's going to make next year. He was talking about putting a little more cage in there and looking at trying to make it go a little faster.
He said a little more safety and a little more suspension, I believe, is what he was looking at for next season.
Again, safety is always our big thing to do.
Top priority out here.
Yeah.
For sure, when we're unleashing on hills like this.
Yeah, definitely flying through that course. Again, Charles runs high-octane films, so he does a lot for the bouncers, so we appreciate all he does for the video, for production for us. Again, there's several times where I've crowded family and friends around a big screen and threw on some high-octane videos. We appreciate him.
You know, the sport really wouldn't be it wouldn't have grown the way that it has in the last decade without social media and YouTube. So guys like Charles, you know, with High Octane, or Matt, or Cole, or others we have out here, like Michael, you know, really anyone that's picked up a camera, got some awesome footage, Bub, and, you know, and shared it and promoted the sport with it, like, it's played a huge part in how things have grown in the sport and the series.
Yeah, and again, like, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. Again, huge shout out to those guys for helping, you know, support the series and all they do. So, again, Charles getting a little bit stuck there.
That's a tight turn for these guys to make, both coming downhill, turning into that little, like, foothill at the bottom, and making sure they avoid the flags as well.
And the last thing you want to do is come around and whip it around and roll it right there. You know?
You don't want to do a Cooper Bentley down there.
Yeah, poor Cooper. Had a great run going, too. That's what stunk.
I know. I do feel bad for him. And Wade. And Colby. All of it. We don't want to see anybody DNF. 113.292 for Charles. And we've got Mr. Don Curtis pulling up to the line next. $113.292 for Charles.
Don Curtis in his big full-body Chevy with his big block.
Oh, that's right, and it's Charles' birthday today.
That is. We got to get
Happy birthday, Charles.
We're gonna have to
I
get
didn't
him
know
up
that
here.
earlier when we did our interview.
Yeah, we had a few birthdays today.
Yeah, October 19th is a popular day to be born, apparently.
Crystal?
I would say Crystal's not here, but happy birthday to her as well.
Wow. We'll see if Don's going to send it. Think he's going to send it over the big jumps before the weekend's over?
I mean, why not? It's finals.
Because that would be awesome.
You got all season to fix things. I mean, all of.
I said you got to push
until
it
next season.
I said you got to push it really hard. He said, this truck gets a little sketchy at high speed.
Oh, well. That's what the recovery crew's for. We love the Curtis family. They're all, man, they do a lot of traveling to
they do
participate in these races. They are from Kansas?
Yes. Near where Toto's
they're
at.
all Toto. Such a sweet family, and you can tell they enjoy all, you know, being able to do this together. We even saw Mr. Bill Curtis, Don's dad, race in an VIN class at Bikini Bottoms, and he had a little bit of a rough ride.
He had
coming down Fable Hill.
He had a violent ride. That was rough.
He might.
He was.
I might get some notification, recognition for that, though.
I was talking to him. I said, and his wife said, "How's he feeling?" She goes, "He's really sore still." I said, "I bet." That was a pretty rough ride a week and a half ago. Again, there's a big block engine stuffed underneath this full-body Chevy that is trying to make this turn as it's coming downhill.
You might be looking at this like, why is he creeping down this hill? This is a really long course and a steep hill.
Super tall truck.
The cameras never do it justice.
No.
And this is not what this truck was built for, guys.
Yeah.
Originally,
yeah.
Obviously, Don has doctored it up for this, but he's got a good, smooth run going.
$137.320 for Don Curtis. Getting his full-body Chevy. Got the old WT up next.
The WT is on the line.
WT.
You sound like Forrest Gump.
Yep. That's like a W. We got the WT.
Taylor, it was a 137.320. Justin Hoback is on the line. He is going to wrap up course 1 for our VIN class. Justin is sitting second in points right now.
And the WT. Yeah. TTEEAA.
The WT so named because it is the work truck.
Yes.
And it is
Uh-oh.
doing work
wow.
out here on the
He
course.
was flying. Yeah.
I think that's the fastest I've ever seen the WT go.
He checked up a little bit because he was flying through there.
Well, we don't normally have a nice wide open straightaway
We really don't.
to see these guys get up to some top speeds.
Definitely not. This comeback straightaway is pretty long. I want to say close to a mile.
Yeah, I think this is the only course we have.
Yeah.
Or this is at least the longest.
But yeah, from that turn
straight
to
section that
from
we have.
turn to turn, I would say you're probably a mile. So
Bikini Bottom's at the bottom.
yeah,
Section's not that long. Rush Springs, not quite.
if you include the entire short course, yeah, but there's a lot of jumps, so you really can't.
As far
You
as
really
straightaways,
can't.
though.
You really can't push it full tilt there. I mean, you could try, but things would have done well. What's up, Chad Mulder?
Living the peanut dream.
Yeah, probably.
I'm sure this looks pretty sketchy right
Oh,
now
I'm
from
sure.
Justin's point of view.
You just and what's funny is people that you can't. You just see the hood and you see the course all at the bottom. You can't see in front of it.
Yeah, you're basically just weaving between the trees.
You are, really.
Because all you can see is the trees from about half up.
Yeah, and
halfway up.
you see the hood and then you see the course at the bottom. So literally, you cannot see in front of you.
I'm trying to zoom into the white women's club.
Yeah. Wow.
I know, right?
Again, trying to cut that corner tight.
He's doing it, though.
I'm going to be like, Abe, that's one for you, man.
Coming through the foothills.
Oh, yeah?
He's going to make it.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, Clyde's national for his rock racing series.
All right, WT is through the finish line.
They got pushed to Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
138.694.
And then we'll be racing full-blown Saturday.
Right behind Don Curtis. So that was Charles Carris in the lead with a 113, then Don Curtis with a 137, and Justin Hoback with a 138. That does conclude course 1 for the VIN class. We're going to run to a quick commercial, and then we'll be right back with our
Youth class? Stock class. Okay, we're on stock class.
We already ran stock class. We're going
We're
again.
on
We're
two.
doing round 2 of the stock class. We will get to that right after this.
What you want? What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
And we're back. We have our UTV stock class sitting in the starting gate right now. We're going to run course number 2 for these guys, which will give us a little more time on Saturday just for time constraints because we have so much racing going on this week, and we're doing 4 courses. We're going to try to make sure every single class gets 4 courses in.
All right, Dustin Havens back out there.
Well, I'll be there soon.
Yet again for Dan Carter. Running 3 classes for him this weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Our fastest time on round 1 for the Rock Life Off-Road Stock class.
Supposedly they got us a
I get that.
Was Daniel Heckley.
It's that full body's definitely getting a workout this weekend. Absolutely thrashing through there.
Okay.
Just flying through there.
Call for what? Why don't you guys get Robbie?
We also have Miss Ava Garner up here with us in the booth. Ava is going to race shortly in our Digging Deeper youth class. Ava, what do you think about the courses out here at MidAmerica this weekend?
I really like the courses, but I got a little error when I was practicing, but I would rather done it right then, right there than while I was racing.
Yeah, we saw you.
And that's an 84.887.
Well, I'll put the feelers out while I'm here at MAF. Okay.
I see Daniel Heckley in the race line starting gate now.
Again, that was Dustin Havens running for Dan Carter.
What about Texas?
Yeah, it's always good to get a little
practice in.
A little practice in before the race, especially, I don't know what y'all's course looks like exactly, but especially if you need to kind of keep everything straight in your mind. Is it a confusing course and very curvy at all, or tell us what it's like for the youth class?
There's like 3 turns. There's not many turns, but there's a bunch of straightaway, so you just gotta
so you can
get
up
your
some
momentum,
speed, huh?
and then you just have to keep in it. The straightaways are really easy since you just keep in it.
That's right, like Daniel Heckley is doing right now.
Okay.
He does. He is absolutely just sending right now. He must just be pinning it 4 down right there.
Right on, man. Well, if you're not busy later, I'll hit you up. I got a few more details for you.
Brian says, is that Dustin Carter or Dan Havens?
I mean, they're like stun doubles.
Take your choice. Take your
you
pick.
Know? He is flying right now. And
Daniel was 3rd in points in the stock class coming into this, so
definitely trying to hang on to
there.
there.
Able to move up. He's got to stay ahead of Jay
there
Storts.
We go.
I feel like I've watched the videos for the youth.
72.154 for Daniel Heckley. Again, that is your new leader.
Smoking time.
And just a flying time.
What were you saying, Ava?
I feel like I've watched the videos and stuff from all the races, and nothing compared to here, because when you're actually in the buggy, it feels like you're flying. You can't even control it. But like, I'm very aware of what my surroundings are and stuff when I'm racing, because you like have to be aware.
Yeah.
To make sure you don't get off track or anything like that.
Yeah, you got to be paying attention out there, don't you?
Yeah, quick reaction times are super important.
Job with that. So are you excited to race today?
I am very excited to race.
Good.
I really like this terrain and stuff, so.
This is right up your alley, because I know you like to pin it. You like to go fast, don't you, girl?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Braden Upchurch out on the course now. Speaking of going fast, he is 2nd in points coming into this weekend. Braden was out at AOP last weekend also.
Yeah.
Several of our UTV drivers are out there.
You got a little squirrely on top of that jump there. Was coming in real hot and steamy.
Hot and steamy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Clyde's on the radio saying that. He said, I bet they love that water. And then Justin Holback said, yeah, these windshield wipers came in handy.
Justin's probably the only one out here that does.
Yeah. I think it's the only one that's got a windshield. I can't think of anyone else that's got a windshield.
Don does, doesn't he?
Does he? No, I don't think he does.
No?
Yeah. He just eats it.
That's what your face shield is for.
Yeah. I was telling Jay Storts, last year I bought a new helmet in the off season before we started racing this year. And I went to a tinted shield, and I swear by it. Wow. Launching through that finish line.
78.377 for Braden Upchurch.
smoking time.
Second place right now.
Not fast enough to knock down Daniel, but an absolute smoking time by Braden Upchurch.
We've got Brandon Davis on the line now, and then we'll have Jay Storts, and that'll wrap up course 2 for the Rock Life Off-Road Stock Class. All right, the time to beat for Brandon is a 72 from Daniel Heckley.
Again, you've seen a lot of guys say just take it out of the starting gate, just fly them.
Ava, are you planning on racing with us again next year?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You got any big changes or anything different you're going to do, or just keep rocking and rolling like you have been?
I'm just going to floor it like usual.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep your same buggy?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Which doesn't happen all that often out here.
Yeah. Yeah, about that.
That saying doesn't usually apply when you're out here racing.
Yeah, you can see how all the tracks there by how wide some of the guys have taken on that chute. Again, you can see the poster, the numbers on the side of that tree. Again, Clyde tried to be the best at numbering things and putting tape up for each course. That way it kind of keeps drivers hopefully going in the right direction.
Brandon's got a pretty good pace going right now.
Does.
It's hard to tell if it's going to be enough to beat that 72 from Daniel.
Daniel is flying. Can't aim though. It's impressive. $72.358, literally 0.2 of a second behind Daniel.
Oh, man. Daniel had the 72.1 and Brandon with a 72.3.
You know Brandon's going to rub that in.
And Brandon was first in points and Daniel third in points coming into this season, or this weekend. And then Braden is there right behind Brandon in second in points. Man, they're just all over the place right now.
Yeah, that's what happens when you race. Like, you can either be 1 second apart or like 1 minute
or not finish at all.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, which we saw several bouncer drivers had ended up with the DNFs just because of for wild driving, pushing hard, and just took a lot of them just took a bad bounce and unfortunately ended up on their lid or side. Or
Jay Storts out on the course now. One of our bouncer drivers that has had some unfortunate luck, a lot of unfortunate luck this season. He's doing all right for himself in the stock class right now, though. He's fourth in points. He's tearing it up out there on course 2.
I'm excited to race because I really like how the course is set up.
Do you like having the long straightaways?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, the long straightaways are a lot of fun. I think for young drivers and older drivers alike, I think they're a lot of fun and really enjoyable to get out there and kind of use the buggy a little more than we're used to. And you can push the buggy a lot harder.
Get to unleash a little bit.
Yeah, so what Jay's doing right now is kind of typical what we're used to. Lots of thrashing, lots of hills, kind of banging around. Unfortunately, a lot of times we're doing more stuff like Jay's doing right now, not wide open throttle.
$75.288. That is a third place time for course 2 from Jay. That means Brandon held on to the lead for course 2, followed by Daniel Heckley, Jay Storts.
That's a race line starting gate there.
Braden Upchurch, and then Dustin Havens for Dan Carter. That wraps up course 2 for the Rock Life Stock Class, and we are going to go to course 2 for our VIN class.
All right, we're getting a notification.
All right, good luck, Ava. Thanks for joining us up here.
All kids head to your buggies. Again, they'll be firing off that youth class as soon as we're on the VIN. Just taking off in that WT. Man, Justin out there in that WT. Again, that's a great shot there. Kind of shows how long and kind of like slope some of these jumps are. Oh, splashed it through the water.
Oh, good thing he's got those windshield
Yeah.
wipers.
You can see that upper level up there.
If you guys are just joining us here on Hillside Live, you are watching Course 2 for the VIN class. We have done a whole lot of racing already this afternoon. We had round 1 for our UTV Cup class. Justin just sliding down the hill there. And 2 rounds of our UTV stock class. Round 1 of the UTV Bounty class. And now we are on round 2 for the VIN class and also round 1 for the Bouncer class. We're getting in as much as we can today because we know that Saturday is going to be, a long and challenging day for our UTV Cup and our Bouncer classes especially, and we want to do our best to make sure we can get in 4 courses for all of our classes this weekend.
124.729 for Justin Holback in the WT. What's up, Greg Meadows? We can try to work on, for some of our stock UTV class, we can tell you what chassis they are. I mean, the stock class represents more of a stock UTV. The 2 we see the most common are obviously Polaris Razor and the Can-Am. Again, Can has a whole bunch of different versions, so there are lots of details, different types of Can-Ams out there. So, again, that's the 2 you see the most common. Almost all of them are Razors. We only have a few guys that run the Can-Am chassis. But we'll definitely try to call them out for you.
Charles Carriz pulling up to that starting gate.
Again, Charles in his red Cherokee. That XJ's taken a beating before it started. Before it started racing with us. So since it started racing, it's taken even more of a beating. So again, definitely shows a testament to how durable these rigs are. Again, one of the vehicles I had. Whoa, airing it out there. Again, one of the vehicles I grew up racing. Or not racing, but riding around with and banging on the trails was a XJ. So they're a lot of fun.
Man, I think you should get into the VIN class.
See, we would get in trouble. That's
I think it's right up your alley.
It would be a lot of fun.
You love your Cherokees.
The only trophy I ever got in the National Rock Racing Association was in a VIN class vehicle.
There you go.
So I would say.
Didn't you leave one out here for like a couple of years?
Yeah, it was just
at MidAmerica.
It was like a few months.
Oh, okay.
Although if I still had it here, I probably would take a trophy this weekend. I mean, having a front drive shaft would help me there, Taylor. Okay, it would help me. No, it's sort of blow up. It just would help me not get stuck as fast. And the street tires, I had brand new tires put on, like brand new road tires put on it right before I raced it.
Why?
Yeah, I like to brag. Well, because I didn't know the motor was going to blow up in it. So.
Oh, okay.
I put a lot.
Yeah, that one wasn't a worthy investment.
I actually got it for free, so I didn't.
Oh well, there you go.
A buddy of mine was moving.
I meant the tires, though.
Yeah. Well, I still have them on the Jeep. They're still brand new tires. Wow, Charles is like slamming through these up downs here.
.104.507 for Charles.
Again, that's quick time.
That means we've got Don Curtis left. This is round 2 for the VIN class. After this, we're going to go to our Digging Deeper Youth class, round 1.
You can see a few of our youth drivers already getting all nestled in there.
Apparently, Charles was leaving stuff out on the course, falling out of the Cherokee.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently he said it fell out at Dyersburg
He
as
said
well.
it was a strap, the same one that fell out last time.
Yeah. At least we know he has recovery gear, you know. I mean, if you drive a Cherokee, the good chances are you're going to break something sooner or later. So at least you know you're going to get recovered. A lot of our bouncer drivers are making their way down here to watch the youth class. Help steer them in the right direction. Can you hear Don Curtis and that big block engine roaring away? The Bacons would be so proud right now, sharing that big block roar in a full-body Chevy. Again, I was trying to get Don to send a little harder. He said, well, here's the thing. When you get this much weight moving, he said, it doesn't tend to go real well. He's like, a little hard to control. And he said, I don't have hydraulic steering, so the bump steer gets a little ridiculous.
Some old Armstrong steering.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you doing? Matt's in here playing charades.
I am.
Just take your headset off and talk.
Yeah.
Why didn't Clyde just yell at him? He was right there.
Yeah, he could see he didn't have his radio on.
Oh, my goodness. Chaos out here.
Yeah. Justin was being ornery.
But Don Curtis is keeping it all cool and collected out here on the course.
His big thing is he didn't want to roll it going down a hill. And I said, I concur, because that would be a really rough ride in that big truck. After watching his dad roll it last week, it was, after watching his dad roll it, I think it's also a little, he doesn't want to repeat that from last week, you know? The Curtis Racing team took a pretty big blow.
Yeah, we're glad Bill was okay after that. All right, there it is for Don Curtis.
136.765 for Don Curtis. Good enough for third place. That's a podium finish.
That wraps up course 2 for the VIN class. That's a podium.
Yes. Yeah, it's podium finish.
There's only 3 drivers, and
it's
you
still,
are not wrong.
Still a podium finish. I play trivia on Tuesday nights, and sometimes we only 3 teams. Podium finish,
Hey,
you know?
there you go.
Charles
the
Chris,
odds are in your favor.
Yeah, it is. Charles Chris taking that number 1 spot. Just Hobach in the WT coming right behind him. Don Curtis in that big block, full-size Chevy wrapping up third place. Again, that was their second course of the weekend. They still have 2 more courses to go. And that wraps up our stock class, or our VIN class. Now we're moving on to our youth. I can see all of our drivers and all of our dads helping and getting scattered down there. Get everybody lined up and make sure they're all pointing in the right direction.
We're going to get all our cameras moved down here, get all these kiddos lined up, and we'll be right back after this.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
Radflow Suspension Technology is a manufacturer of high-performance custom OE and universal length shock absorbers. Radflow specializes in OE replacement applications, shock absorbers, and dampers for military vehicles, pickup trucks, SUVs, and motorsport industries. By focusing on custom valve solutions and providing style and agility, Radflow shock absorbers is considered the performance benchmark for all forms of competition. Radflow's product base is known as the choice of champions. Radflow suspension technology provides superior products and unrivaled support at the best possible price.
What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
And we're back. Our lights are finally starting to look good on us now.
Wow, yeah, that's super bright. We are back with round one of our Digging Deeper UTV youth class. We've got 7 young drivers that are ready to lay it all out on the course.
Yep.
And I know Ava Garner said she was excited for the straightaways.
I think a lot of drivers are excited. We've seen
up some speed.
We were watching down here some of the drivers, youth drivers down here pre-running, and they were flying through that course. So I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen with them. Again, like I said, I know a few of them were pretty excited. Justin was obviously coaching his kids and then was giving little pointers to each one of them coming through, like, hey, go a little faster here, be careful here, maybe turn a little. Some of them were going real wide in the turns, so.
Well, these kids have been racing hard all season long. I think that we can all say and recognize that they have grown so much and how confident and comfortable they seem in their little buggies and with their driving abilities out on the course. I hope that they all are having as much fun as it looks like they're having out there. And one thing that I really love to see from our youth class is not just what they're doing when they're out racing, but how much fun they have with all the time in between.
Yes.
They are always running around playing together. They're best friends out here at the races. I was hanging out with some of the kiddos this afternoon, and that, you know, Collier's got his monster trucks, and him and Blake are just having a big time with the monster trucks. And let's see, Miss Dallas was filling me in on some of, you know, about her school stuff, and like they're all such great kids, and they have so much fun together. So that I think that's the cool thing to see.
It is. It really is neat. Again, the group camaraderie that the adults have, you've seen that same thing in the youth. And I would say sometimes even maybe a skosh more of the children, because they're all here to have a good time. To watch them cheer each other on really is special to me. Again, to see, you know, a lot of younger kids cheering their friends on, like, oh, you know, if one has a bad race, it's okay. They'll all come around. Hey, you did a good job.
Yeah.
It's really neat that we also, during our drivers' awards after each race, we'll read off all of the youth driver names, which is super neat to see too. So
we want to support and recognize our young drivers, because it takes a lot of guts to get out here and race in front of, you know, a crowd of people, and after you've watched all these adults racing, and you know, they handle it like champs. And speaking of champs, Brantley Havens is on the line right now. He is our points leader coming into this weekend. He's got a solid 88-point lead over our second place points, which is Dallas Heckley. So let's see what Brantley does right now. I don't know what the course is for the kids. I'm not sure what they settled on. Justin Hoback is always so helpful with our youth class and with helping, you know, choose the courses and take the kids all around it to make sure that they all know where they're supposed to go. and they can be confident once they get out on that course.
Yeah, Brindley Haven's one of our most recognizable drivers with his big cowboy hat on usually. Hot or cold, doesn't matter. He'll still be sporting his cowboy hat.
We were going to do a little interview earlier, and we ran out of time, but Brantley said, can I wait till my dad brings my cowboy hat down?
I said, okay. Okay.
It's his signature look.
5.6.925 from Brantley Havens.
Pretty quick. Brantley setting the bar for the rest of our youth class. All right. Blake Heckley pulling up to the line now. This little girl packs a lot of sass into her little self.
Yeah, very much so.
And she's an excellent karaokeer.
She is. She is very happy to do that.
Fun fact.
Yes. That should be on her bio. Races.
Her theme song is like Heads Carolina.
Likes to karaoke. Can't see over the steering wheel.
It is pretty cute.
I was helping her get strapped in, and she's like, what number am I? And I'm like, I'm not sure. She goes, don't you draw the numbers? And I was like, oh, my goodness.
Call you out.
Wow. And I was like, yes, I do, but I don't have that. Like, it wasn't in,
in
my
on
hand.
Blake's bad side.
She is honoring. Oh, my goodness, she's honoring. Again, it's kind of neat to watch her come out here and hit some of these big jumps.
Look at her go.
You can see that drone right behind it there.
These kids are out here living the dream.
Again, the finish line and the starting gate are both the exact same spot, so it's super neat to see them come ripping through here.
Look at Justin and Daniel.
Yeah. Again, they...
6.3.450 for Blake Heckley. Could see Justin yelling, don't slow down.
Yes, yeah.
She's, it's a temptation to let up as you're getting to the finish line instead of learning to stay in it all the way through the finish line.
And you can hear the motor kind of let off, too.
Yeah,
you can hear him
don't let up.
Yeah, they're
don't slow down.
50 feet from the finish line, they just let off the gas. And Justin's like, keep going.
Gatlin Wheels on the line now.
Again, the NFL has mic'd up. We have players and mics and stuff throughout the game. We need to mic up some of our youth drivers.
Could be pretty funny. Gatlin is looks like sharing buggy with Brantley Havens.
Okay.
This weekend.
And does she have a co-driver there?
Yes, I don't know who it is.
Is that Brantley in there with her? Who's
Yeah,
co-driving?
but who's with her?
Thanks, Clyde.
Clyde was trying to help.
Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah.
No, we're not that lost. No. Wait until Saturday, then we might be.
Yeah.
We're still doing okay right now.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, Clyde, you want to come and put the headset on, dog? Yeah. Yeah, just put this on. Yeah, oh, we can make it reach.
You don't want it bad enough.
There you go. What's up, buddy?
This guy.
We got Clyde Bynum in the booth with us.
Not really, only halfway.
The mastermind.
Only in spirit.
Of the races. You're like the game maker in the Hunger Games.
He really is. He is.
Well, today I kept it real tame.
Fairly tame, yeah, I would say.
So that we could get times on the board, try to get a couple of rounds for some of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Start blowing stuff up and sending it full time.
Let's see Gatlin's time.
64.569, 64.569.
There we go. We like that. He just reads off the times for us.
Yeah.
That works out really well.
That means Brantley Havens is still in the lead with a 56, and then Blake Heckley with a 63, and Gatlin with a 64.
We got about half our youth drivers to go still.
Ava Garner is on the line. She was up here talking with us earlier. she was cool and calm.
She was.
And collected.
She was
ready for this course.
She has an extremely kind personality, as well as she's
does.
very well antiquated. So I think she takes after her mother probably in that aspect.
If y'all take a peek at this valley right behind us, tomorrow we're going to practice coming down that during the race, and then Saturday we're going up that during the race. So we needed more time for Saturday to.
Yeah.
So we had to knock out a couple of rounds tonight.
Because the recovery is just so much fun with that valley.
No, it's not.
It takes a while. The excavator gets a real good workout that day.
So what do you guys think about old Timmy and Wade today?
Oh my goodness, Timmy! Did you see that? He's like 15 seconds faster than everybody else.
I can't say I was terribly surprised by Timmy.
Man,
I will say that was probably one of Timmy's best runs that I've ever seen.
It was.
I agree.
I think that his dirt track racing might have given him a little bit of an edge out here on this short course section.
Got Ava Gardner wrapping up that finish line.
58.056. 58.056.
Again, flying through that. And again,
that's
if you
a second place time right now.
Wow, that's awesome.
She's right behind Brantley Havens.
Speaking of Timmy, when he went around the corner, he took off like almost neutral, dropped it. As he was drifting around the corner, I saw how fast he was going sideways, and I was like, this is going to be.
He was like Lightning McQueen.
It was. I was like, this is going to.
He looked very confident in that buggy.
It was
more than I've seen in the past.
Yeah, it was creepy how crazy he was when he went in that corner. And then when he came past us, he was 10 seconds probably ahead of everybody else when he came into the rest of the course. Again, just absolutely lighting on fire. Again, that's why he's won 7 championships in a row. I'm really glad he came out with this. I didn't know.
Right now we've got Collier Hoback out on the course. Collier is our youngest racer. He started racing with us West Virginia, I believe.
Yeah.
About midway through the season.
Which he was 3 at that time. He's 4 now.
Yeah.
Justin was saying he doesn't really get a lot of time to go on these really long, I guess in his first couple of practice laps, he was kind of getting on the gas and off the gas. Because he doesn't really get time to just get out and go drive for a mile or two,
Not many of our drivers do, really. This is one of our longest straightaways that we have at any of our parks that we race at. And Collier's doing a great job with it out there right now.
My favorite part was Justin said he pulls up to the starting gate and revs up a little bit. One, like the bouncers do.
Say, Gus and them have this section like a highway.
Yes. Yeah, it was awesome, but he revved up, and then Justin goes, "Oh, show him, go ahead, show him, Kohler, rev it up like the bouncers do." And he goes, one. It just made me so happy.
He loves practicing at home and chasing his sister Clara Hoback around their little track that they have in the yard.
67.701.
Quick time there.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, and that was
Collier.
4-year-old Collier Hoback just wrapping that up for us. Looks like we've got a few drivers left here.
We've got 2 girls left. We've got Clara and Dallas. Looks like Clara is going to be next up on the line. Clara is sitting 3rd in points overall for the season coming into this weekend. She had a little bit of a bobble at Bikini Bottoms.
Yeah.
He kind of ran up on the bank a little, had to get pushed off of it. And I know that...
which was super cute to watch, too.
She was hard on herself for it because, that really kind of takes your confidence down a little bit. And when you're wanting so badly to do well and you're trying so hard. So, but, she's just part of racing.
It is.
It happens to everybody, and you just got to learn from it and keep on.
Again, we saw Wade today, put a buggy on its side. So, I mean... It doesn't matter if you're the best driver out there, the worst driver.
Wade,
again, you can.
Cooper. Who else did we see?
Yeah.
Were those our only rollovers so far today?
I think so.
We've had a quite a remarkably recovery-free day so far. It's quite refreshing. I like it. All right, there goes Clara. Let's see how she handles this course with this.
Who's hungry?
Big, long straightaway. Clyde, don't start talking about food yet. We're not done yet.
Bro, we were just talking on the last commercial break about what we're doing for supper.
You can't get Matt started on talking about
I was
food.
saying
Maybe
Mexican.
we can make it to Goodfellas.
Goodfellas sounds great. I was telling somebody they got a pizza and wing joint. Clyde got me hooked on the wings.
Well, Taylor made me miss it last night.
Taylor?
Y'all are ridiculous.
Right.
Y'all are highly food motivated.
Your boss is right here.
We weren't. It shut off. We had to start over.
Right. Got Clara Hoback out here making quick time on the
course.
That arc, it's always funny to see how far they arc that turn out.
Hey, she did that pretty well. She came
She
in
did.
and went for the apex.
And you see Justin like, come on, come on.
Don't let up. Don't let up.
I think she came through a little faster than Collier.
5.6.896.
Ooh. 5.6.896. That is your new leader. Clara Hoback
Wow.
with the fastest time on course 1 right now. Brantley Havens had a 56.9.
Wow.
Clara with a
Very close.
56.8. We still have Miss Dallas Heckley. She's pulling into that starting gate right now. Dallas is sitting second in points coming into the weekend. Let's see if she can beat that 56.8 time or not.
I like that we're still putting GoPros on the kids' rigs. That's so cool. We need to
Yeah,
get some of them mic'd
that is
up.
some legit racing action.
We do. We need to get some of those guys mic'd up, guys and gals mic'd up, just because I think that would be such an awesome run.
All we need is a few more hands. We can do that onboard stuff again.
Yeah. I meant NFL does mic'd up for players when they're on the sidelines, kind of just hanging out. I want to tag some of our youth racers and have them mic'd up, just to hear some of their conversations. When it's just like them, around by themselves, I want to hear just their conversations about the course or the cars or whatever, and I think that'd be just super cool to see.
Come on, Dallas. Looking good so far.
Whoa! Leaping off there. Definitely moving. Again, she can barely
She's
see.
got a pretty good pace going.
Barely see of the steering wheel there. Go, baby, go, baby, go.
Let's see what it is.
5.6.901.
Wow. That's a quick time.
56.901. Holy cow. Let me just read off these top 3 times for you guys right now. Clara with a 56.8. And then we have Dallas with a 56.90. And then Brantley with a 56.92. Wow.
Yeah.
How do they do it?
That 56 was close there.
Way to go, guys. That was some awesome racing for round 1 for our Digging Deeper UTV youth class.
Again, I think.
Clyde, what's the plan now?
So we're done for the day?
We're running round 2 for the youth.
Okay, all right.
Is it the same course?
Yes.
Okay.
I was wondering.
We're trying to at least get them all 4 rounds this weekend.
Huh? Yeah, we're still alive.
Do what?
All right. Again, we got the there's our leaderboard right there. Again, that's course. I love how all the cars are lined up. That looks so sharp there. Great shot of all our youth cars lined up. And they're going to go ahead and run course 2. Looks like Colton Holback is over there getting them all situated. Justin Holback. Colton was at our last race, though. I was excited. I was excited to see him out there.
Bikini Bottoms. We hadn't seen him in a while.
I was super excited to see him out there. So we got to see Justin a lot now since he's up with the youth class, but it was neat to see Colton.
Say it on the radio.
Daniel up there getting his daughter lined up. Justin getting everybody lined up. Again, they're that race line starting gate. They're actually finishing through that as well. So, again, it's just one giant loop. So, super neat to see them all out there. You can see the starting timer right there next to the fire extinguisher. And then right behind the race line starting gate is where the finishing timer is at. So, again, it's just one giant loop. So, it's kind of cool to see.
And we've got Dallas Heckley back out on the course. Dallas just had a second-place time on round 1. She is starting things off for round 2 right now.
Clyde took his headset off, so we're going to have to actually listen to times again. That was kind of handy. He just read them right off for us. I say usually me and Bree take turns reading off the times, but I say Clyde, just grab a headset and just read them off for us. That Heckley race team staying awful busy this weekend.
All right, let's see if these young drivers can beat their time from round 1.
I do like the fact we're running 2 courses for these guys right back to back. Wow,
Dallas
she's flying.
is cruising. $56.397. She just a smidge faster than round 1.
6/10 faster. It's so neat to see them do. I mean, it's a minute-long course, and yet they're, finishing a 1/10 of a second faster.
Very consistent.
Very, very consistent. Again, absolutely dialed in. But when you see all of them being 200 cc's, 170, 200, about the same power, I'm still thinking we should get like a 6-pack of these and put a bunch of drivers in there. Big land rush start.
So
what would be even better is if everybody has to have a passenger.
Oh gosh.
You put
we need somebody to sponsor 10 200s.
Yeah.
So
and that way we can put 20 drivers. Everybody has a passenger. We have to go down a cone. We all trade, hop out, do a little fire drill, and then the passenger drives on the way back. We'll see who can make it the fastest. And it's all land rush start.
That would probably be incredibly entertaining.
Oh my goodness, it would be hilarious.
We'd all have our knees like up in our chins trying to drive,
goodness.
But it would be worth it.
And again, 170 cc vehicle with two 200 plus, let's just say, pound guys in there is, sometimes these things struggle going up a hill with a 40-pound kid with gear on, So to see some hefty, we have some hefty racers. I would say husky. We have some husky racers.
Husky, there you go. That's the correct term.
Several of them I would mouth off to. Let's just say that.
Is that her rev limiter?
I think so.
We don't hear those very often.
You don't.
That's how you know that we've got a nice long straightaway.
Coming down the hill is like.
Good job, Clara. 57.051. Still a great time for Clara. Not quite as fast as she had on that first course, but not bad. Brantley Havens now coming to the line.
Mr. Cowboy had himself out there. Getting Brantley's buggy. Apparently getting double duty. Yeah. Just stick one on the top of his cage. Just glue a helmet on top. That'd be, I've seen lots of vehicles with, fiberglass stuff on top of them. In my hometown, we have a restaurant called Crackles, and they have a chicken car.
Crackles?
Yeah. It's amazing. They have homemade burgers and shakes. They're amazing. Lemon cone with extra sprinkles.
Making me hungry now.
Again, on that downhill, you're hearing that rev limiter again.
They're getting after it.
Brantley definitely pinning it to win it. Wow. Get a little close to it. I like those trash bags straight out. 56.491 from Brantley Havens. Again, that is your, no, not the fast time. It's second place time currently.
Dallas Heckley has the fastest time right now with a 56.3, and then Brantley with a 56.4 right behind her, and Clara with a 57. I think if Brantley had kept his turn a little bit tighter, then he might have edged out Dallas just a little bit. It's hard to know.
Yeah, especially at that age. Again, dialing everything in. You're trying to push as hard as you can, go as fast as you can.
Yeah, these guys have never even, they've never driven anything in their lives,
Yeah.
until they started racing.
Trying to make that apex as big as possible and keep as much momentum going as you can.
Yeah, trying to learn the fundamentals of driving something and, controlling a vehicle.
Yeah,
before these guys are doing great.
Just a decade and a half before you're, driving a real car.
Blake Heckley out on the course now. Did she get... Oh.
She's making a real wide turn.
Where is she going? Come on, Blake.
You know what? She's just trying to get as many miles as she can this weekend. That sounds like they're going to run the opposite.
I can hear Jay and them all yelling down there at the other end. Good job, Blake. 62.036.
You're going to get a little bit longer time there just due to that little more miles in. But apparently they're going to go the opposite way tomorrow.
62.036.
So they're going to try to get a little practice in tonight for tomorrow and Saturday.
We've got Gatlin Wheels on the line now.
Gatlin, part of that Digging Deeper race crew as well.
Gatlin.
We saw Justin. We got him up and up on the booth with us. Talked about that spare tire mountain. He said we're trying to counterbalance the car, make it air out a little bit better.
We don't need any of that out on the 200s, though.
We really don't.
Gatlin is 5th in points coming into the weekend. See if she's able to move on up or not.
Yeah.
The time to beat right now is a 56.3 on course 2 from Dallas Heckley.
See all the bouncers down there lined up. Racing past the production trailer. 62.999 from Miss Gatlin Wills. And this is our Digging Deeper youth class today. Out here racing this weekend. We're going to do 2 courses today, and then we'll have one for tomorrow and one for Saturday. Again, they're trying to get everything worked in as possible because we have time constraints with racing this weekend.
Ava Garner's out on the course. Clyde, is this it for the day? What
All
time
right.
do we need to tell everyone to tune in tomorrow? Woo, people going to be getting up early.
What did he say?
You heard him, unfortunately.
No, I didn't.
7:30.
A.M.? He said 7:30 a.m.?
Yeah.
Bro.
Who's bringing the Red Bull?
For real, I'll bring you some.
Okay.
I got some of the truck on ice right now.
Thanks, Matt. You're true pal. You bring the Red Bull, I'll bring the brownies. We can
Done.
both be on a sugar high together.
Yes.
And then we can both crash, and it'll be great.
It'll be great. A little snack time, a little nap time. Ava Garner. Oh, look at that. The drone racing through.
57.799 from Ava Garner.
I like that we had a drone behind her racing, and there was another drone above that racing, filming the drone, filming her.
There's drones everywhere.
It was awesome.
Can't get away with anything out here.
You really can't. That's it. That's what's up.
Collier Hoback is going to wrap up our day of racing. This is course 2 for the Digging Deeper UTV youth class. Collier's run is going to be it for today.
Getting Collier out there practicing earlier was very funny. He was revving his engine like the bouncers were. And Justin was the one who pointed it out. And I kind of had to giggle a little bit just because, kind of younger drivers imitating our bouncer drivers, which was super cool. That's like a total macho guy thing, I think.
You know, a funny story that Collier told me in the RV on the way here, because I traveled with the Hobacks, he ran something over while he was out practicing on their little track at home. Do you have any guess what it was?
Oh my! Like, was it like alive? Or talking like a
Yeah,
log or something?
it was
Oh God! Oh my goodness!
Not Clara. not a person.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say a person. Yeah. No. What?
Let's get his time, and then I'll tell you. 64.162 for Collier, the Squirrel Crusher.
Oh, my goodness.
He ran over a squirrel that was dumb enough to run out onto their course, their track, while they were practicing.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it was there, and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those kids, they don't play, man.
They don't.
Get out of their way or get run over.
Yeah.
There is your leaderboard from round 2 for the youth class. Dallas Heckley with the fastest time, followed by Brantley Havens, Clara Hoback, Ava Garner, Blake Heckley, Gatlin Wills, and Collier Hoback. Thank you guys so much for watching with us today here on Hillside Live. We'll be back tomorrow morning to do all of it over again. We're gonna run off all of our classes again tomorrow. It'll be round 2 for several of our classes, and then round 3 for the ones we already got to through today. So if none of that makes sense to you, that's okay.
That's okay.
Just show up and watch what's happening. We'll fill you in as we go.
And tune in tomorrow at 7:30 a.m.
7:30 a.m. is the plan, and that's Central Time. We'll see you guys then.
See you guys.